Hello, 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 and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by yours truly, Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Handelabra Games on Twitch, and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Dolphin21 on Twitter. And hi guys, welcome to Dolphin's Dive. Jeez, I can't even speak. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Dolphin21 on Twitter, and on Twitch and YouTube it's just Dolphin, no digits. Sentinels, the Multiverse, and One Deck Dungeon are available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, as well as analog, cardboard, ink, and dice. And you can get the games and more info at Handelabra.com. Oh boy, that was a mouthful and so hard to speak. But hello, Seamus Butler. Hello, Sanvar. Ahoy, hoy. Good relevant time of day. We are here for my first stream as a 30-year-old. Oh my gosh, I'm 30 years old now as of yesterday, March 21st. So this is my birthday stream. Just imagine a party hat. I've never actually gotten a party hat before, but imagine there's a party hat here. That's basically what's happening today. So we're going to sort of do whatever we want, although I kind of already do whatever I want because it's my stream. But we are sitting here on One Deck Dungeon, and I kind of want to go back to that achievement hunting we started yesterday. So some of the achievements that we don't have yet: fill out all the spaces on the hero progression sheet, fill all the spaces on all the core hero progression sheets, reach the boss after covering every single challenge box in each encounter you face in the dungeon. Defeat a 3-dot dungeon boss on fearless difficulty with hero progression disabled. Win a game without claiming an item as loot. Win a game without claiming a skill as loot. Win a game at experience level 2 or lower. Win a game without facing any encounters that have fewer than 3 experience. Win a game only claiming strength items and skills and only using strength or free skills. And same for agility and magic. Win a game only claiming and using free skills. Win a gauntlet run in just 5 games. Win a gauntlet run on fearless difficulty. Fill all the spaces of the Forest of Shadows here at progression sheets. Win the Forest of Shadows gauntlet mode. I want to figure out which one I want to do next here. Let's try to do the flawless dungeon crawl. Reach the boss after covering every challenge box in each encounter you face. So we're going to start a new game here, and we're going to do this on Novice because that gives us heroic die and additional potion tokens, which are kind of essential to pull this off, I think. Probably going to do this in the Dragon's Cave. Hello, Sonic Blade. Ooh, boy. That looks like Mew. Oh, boy. Even more Pokemon emotes. Woo! So the dream team was Kaliana and Alchemist from last week. Probably would be boring to do that again, but I mean, Kaliana is a pretty good person. Well, I guess we can't not cover squares, so maybe not Kaliana necessarily. We're trying to cover every single square, so we probably want someone who is balanced on all sorts of dice, which ironically is Archer, but we've floundered with her a lot. Kaliana has a lot of magic. We could do this solo, probably. That would probably be best. Or we could bring 2 heroes, but let's see. Fnatic has a balance. Witch has balance. Alchemist has balance. So I probably want to choose one from one of those. Witch, at least. Well, not Witch, I guess. Who was I thinking? Was it Druid? It is Druid. That's not the one I want, though. Boom, boom, ba-da-down. I mean, Archer, except her auto skill doesn't really do anything when we're trying to cover all the squares. Fnatic, Aegis of Resurrection, we're trying not to trigger because we're not taking consequences. Roll any or all of your dice here. Restore a heroic die here for every 2 ones left in your pool after an encounter. We could try to do that, but I don't know. I actually haven't played Fnatic in a while, I guess. The other choice, I guess, was which. Spend 1 time to roll 2 heroics, or 3 to roll. Spend 1 to roll 2, 3 to roll 3, discard 1, and then roll a strength for each odd die, which works a little differently than her team-based one. But her auto skill, gain a heroic 3, or you re-roll up to 2 dice. Hello, Sparky Wolf. How are you doing today? Maybe we'll try Witch solo. Brains. So, let's see. 1 extra health, an extra potion. That's what we have here. I am unfortunately not able to help you, Fluff, but if you're playing on Android, there was an issue with the Android thing. As far as why you can't download, I don't know. I'm not the technical expert, and I'm not even in Handelabra. I'm just a Handelabra streamer. So what skill do I want here? We have balance of all 3 stats. Increase 1 of your dice by 1 would help with the perils. Lower time cost on terrible perils. We did that last time, I believe. So maybe we should just go with increase 1 of your dice by 1. Because the peril encounters can be annoying, especially when we're trying to not cover squares. It's okay, don't worry. Hello, hello. You're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. And we'll bring aid. Because aid is nice. Well, no. You know what? We'll bring rewind, because if I can't cover all the squares, I can rewind and avoid that from happening. This is the perfect card to avoid having issues. And we'll play just with a standard deck, because we've done a lot of hybrid. We're going to play standards. There's no poison today. Yay! Let's start the game. So if you're just tuning in and you missed the start, I'm trying to get the achievement for beating a dungeon without not covering squares. I cover every single square over the course of the game. Have yet to do that. We're going to try to do it here. We have to get lucky. Well, have to start lucky. All right, force wall. Actually, these are pretty high numbers. Now, we are starting on level 2 for once, so we actually already have that heroic die. Hammer Smash, however, cannot help us. Inner Fire can grant us a free heroic 3, so at least that 2 is freely covered. And Ingenuity can be used, but the problem is getting a 14 with 3 dice is going to be tricky, and getting an 11 with 3 dice also tricky. So I'm going to go flee this. This is a difficulty 4, so it's a tricky one to start with for sure. Oh, Wraith. Before the encounter, convert 1 item to experience. Ha! Joke's on you. Unfortunately, there's lots of combat squares here, but we could use our heroic feat to roll 3 heroics to try to maximize the number of strengths. I could also just spend 1 time to roll 2. Is the extra heroic worth it? I mean, well, we would hope to get 2 odd numbers, so we'll do the 2. It's also possible I'm going to roll 3 6s here. But I rolled a 1, 4, and a 6. So I could discard the 4, so I have an odd number. I could roll a strength die, but actually the 4 and the 6 are already really good. I'm not going to actually roll a strength die. So this could be the end of the game already. Maybe I'll roll a 1 and 2. Okay, hello. It's already pretty bad. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem here, because these 2 cannot cover any strength squares. And these are not going to do anything except convert to heroics. 2 of these have to go into there. And then 1 of them, well, yeah. All right. We already failed at not covering all the squares, so we're just gonna rewind. All right, let's try this again. So much for the Wraith. But maybe this one will be better. We have Goblin. And it's another imbalance of stats, unfortunately. And having the open door does power up this shield. I'm going to try the same thing. That's why I brought the rewind potion, so I could try these a little more. Oh, geez Louise. I'm going to discard the 2 because that's not going to do me anything. I'm going to roll 2 strengths, and oh, geez. Well, this is not a good start to a game where I'm trying to cover all the squares. Well, all those heroics can at least go into there. Still not too good, though. I do have to try to save higher numbers, so those can go there, and I want to put that there. So we might be fine if I convert. Oh, no, we're not going to be fine. All right, let's see. Can I... Is there a way I can salvage this? Because the problem is I need to cover 2 agility 4s. This 6 and this 6. I can't really do anything nice with those. Yep. Rewind. So, welcome to Dolphin's Dive, where we are doing terribly at this. It's okay. We'll get better. Hey, look, it's the same encounter. All right. We're going to do this again, and this time it's going to work better. I have faith. 3 5s would be ideal. 2 3 3. Okay, well that's okay because I can keep the 2 3s. That's not a hard call. And then I roll 2 strengths, and there are 2 6s. Okay. So now if my agility can cooperate, and it did not. And I think this is already pretty bad because we cannot cover 2 4s unless I sacrifice some strength. But I need all the strength. All right, rewind. No mint. Yeah, we're out of rewinds already. We're probably just going to go all the way to the boss without doing a single encounter at this rate. The rune puzzle. Alright, I'm going to go and enter because Decipher It should be doable. Between Inner Fire and Ingenuity and our extra agility, or extra heroic. And we can do this indeed. There we go! We did something! Yay! And I want dice. For now. And this is a very bad one to find. The ogre, because look at all that strength I need. There's like no chance I'm going to do that. So we're not going to bother. And then behind door number 3 is the spiked log. Which we can clobber the logs, most likely. We're going to clobber those logs. And that is a good roll because we have the squares covered. Okay. Off to a shaky start. Static burst. I love skills like that. I'm going to take it. Even though I'm very short on mana dice. But we're going to descend because I don't want to face those other 2 encounters. So let's see. There's a 6 now on perils. That is very scary. Because that is a singular slot. And so I can only cover that with a 6. And we have the flame statues. So, well, I'm going to have to enter this because reasons. So this could be the end of the game. There's a 6. There's... Ooh, wow. Okay. Well, there's a 6, and then dice for that, and I could get a 3. All right, that was a sick roll. All right, things are looking up. I'm going to take the mana, because now that works well with static burst. And then we have another rune puzzle, which means Decipher It is doable. especially since we just got the mana die. And oh, go figure. This time I'm gonna have to re-roll 2 dice because I do not have a 6. And I still didn't get a 6, but I could increase one of my dice. And I can cover all the squares, so that was close, but we did it. And I can now get the agility. So now we are balanced on all 3 dice with 3 of them now. Oh look, it's Plague Rat. Plague Rat, who has a lot of agility, but with Static Burst, and we don't need too much mana, we just need that 5. I'm going to enter it. I'm going to spend 3 time to roll 3 heroics to try to maximize my heroic rolls. And, ooh, that's pretty bad. I'll discard the 2 because that will keep me with 1 odd that I can roll for the strength, and that's not a good strength either. In fact, there's kind of nothing I can really use out of that bunch. But this is actually not too bad. We have the 5 for the mana. We have a 6 for the 5. We can put a 3 there, and if I put a 6 in there, then the shield is covered. So all that's left is to cover the strength, which we can do. Baby Flagrant. Alright, we're at our item limit, so we're going to start taking skills. And Flame Weave is great because it can be used in perils, and Flame Weave plus Ingenuity will allow me to get a 6 in perils, which is, you know, required when there's a 6 there. So Blast Through, however, I mean, well, neither of these are really too good, but if I have 4 mana dice, if I can roll a 2, that's ideal, but as long as I have a spare die, I can put that here. I have a guaranteed 6, but I still have 3 dice left. Inner Fire can give me a 3 to place on the shield, but 3 dice to put on a 14 will be a tall order. And Climb Around's not going to be any easier, so I'm going to flee this. If this were a normal game, I would certainly take the gamble because Crushing Fist seems like an excellent skill. Spend 6 mana, get 2 strength 6s, but I'm trying to not fail a single square. All right, another Plague Rat. So the same routine as last time. I'm just going to spend as much time as possible and try to get to the boss as fast as I can. All right, I'm definitely not discarding the 6, so I'm going to discard the 1. Roll the strength as a 6. So if I get good mana and agility rolls, then everything's peachy, and that's good enough. So definitely need to keep a 5 and a 3 for the agility. We have a 6 and a 6, and we have to have a 3 for strength. So everything else can go in places where they don't need to be, or need to be. Rather, I can't say words. Still listen to me. I'm drunk. Not really, but persistence is not really too good of a skill, but I'm good with dice at the moment, so I'm just gonna take the skill. Team Orchid, hello. Welcome to the game where we're trying not to fail a single square. Oh boy, another ogre. That skill, I mean, you're discarding 5s to get strength 6s. I don't really think that's too good. This item obviously gives me a heart, but we're trying to avoid consequences. So I think we're just gonna flee. We're doing things that we would never normally do. All right, Glooping Ooze, spend time for each one rolled. That is fine. Armor Crush, gain a heroic 6. You can only use it to cover a box with a shield. I forget if the dragon has one. Oh, look, it has 2. Okay. Yeah, we do need to cover those before we do other things. And obviously we need to make sure we can get 6s. I do not remember if the achievement requires if it's the entire dungeon or if it's the boss. And this says reach the boss after covering every challenge box. So I just have to make it to the boss. I don't have to beat the boss. I just have to make it to the boss. And then we can, you know, worry about consequences and the whole 9 yards then. So really, I could just start fleeing from encounters, because I would not be set up for the boss. But hey, but I think we could do this. My agility is wasted, but I guess the question is Armor Crush better than Persistence? But Persistence is just like rerolls. So let's try it, I think. It's a little annoying that the agility is not going to do much, but we can convert to a heroic. And since this is the last dungeon, or last encounter of the floor, I'm going to spend the full time. I know that if I roll a 1, then the witch will take damage, but it doesn't say I can't take consequences. It just says I can't take, or it doesn't say I can't take damage. It only means I can't take consequences. Now, if I discard this heroic 6, I'm not guaranteed to have a strength 6 afterwards. So I'm going to discard the 5. Because this is basically going to be used on the strength if I don't get a good roll. And I definitely didn't roll a strength 6. Oh my, look at all those agilities that I can't use. But I guess that's fine, because we could convert it to other things. We do have a 2, we do have a 3, and we don't have 2 manas, but I can get a mana 5 with Flame Weave and have another mana for that. And hey, I might as well use Persistence because I have a 1 and a 2 that aren't doing anything, period. And that gives me a 4 and a 4, which is great because that can go in those squares. And then I have the 5 for that, and I can Flame Weave. Huzzah! Remember when I said I wasn't sure if I was going to use Persistence? That seems false now. Hello, Licky. We are trying to not cover... We're trying to cover all the squares, basically. So, you know that joke or that meme of cover all the things or do all the things? This is what this stream is. Cover all the squares. All right, I'll take the skill. And I will replace it with Persistence because... now I can cover a shield that I don't... Well, oh look, there's a shield right there, and I can convert. I can put that. Yeah. All right, cool. Fantastic. But I just have to make it to the boss, which means I can kind of just spend as much time as I need to, which means I can... Like, this is terrible one-deck dungeon strategy. I'm going to open all the doors and then decide what I'm going to do. This is terrible strategy. I mean, it's okay to, like, open a door and then say, I'm not sure I want to do this, and then flee. It's probably bad to decide, I'm going to open all the doors and then look at the board and decide what to do. But let's see the layout of the land, because we're definitely, like, we just need to get to the boss. Our actions don't have consequences. Alright, so... I mean, I guess there is a disadvantage here because now Goblin is going to be super powered up. But hey, we can not fight the Goblin. And let's go ahead and flee just to spend even more time. All right. Okay, we have the Beetle, the Phantom, the Boulder, and the Goblin. The Phantom will immediately discard all 1s and 3s, so that's pretty bad. The Goblin has a 16 shield because we opened all the doors, so that's pretty bad. The Beetle has a lot of armors, a lot of singletons, a strength 6, and we have to keep some strength for the dragon skin and Hall of Statues. But we do have Hammer Smash for that, whereas Boulder, we would probably have to go the mana route, but we would barely have enough dice to do that still, so I think Beetle is the answer. And we'll definitely use maximum time on Hammer Smash. 1, 2, 2. I'll discard a 2 because I don't think any of those are useful, and we'll roll an extra strength, which is now 1. Oh boy, this is not good. Probably over right now. We have Heroic 6, so... Oh, apparently we can roll Agility 6 is all we need to, but that's not really the one I wanted. So Armor Crush can at least give me a 6 to put somewhere. Probably will have to go there, maybe. We have a 5 for mana. We have a 5 for that 3. I can do Static Burst, and that can increase the die by 1. Any die by 1. So I could increase this 2 by 1, and then I can put that into the 3. Now the agilities, that's the best way to use those. So every square we have work on except for the shield there, but that is covered. So, oh, more armors. There we go. Okay. There we go. Unless you have the invisibility potion, running from Phantom is always a good idea. Oh boy, all the people talking about Oblivion. And I'm just sitting here trying to not suffer any consequences. I don't want to have this skill because, I mean, that is nice, a heroic 6, but it's very expensive. I'm just like the experience. And you know, the best way to kill time is to explore when you only have one door. So we'll spend 2 time passing time, and then we'll open the door, and then we will see the encounter, and then we will flee, and then we'll decide what to do. Okay. So I think we're still going to avoid Phantom, and I think basically it's Fire Elemental. It does require a lot of mana though, but hopefully Hammer Smash gives me good heroics. That's kind of, I think that's the option, unless I want to face the Goblin, but that 16 armor and 10 armor, that's 26, and I have only 3 strength dice, plus a heroic, plus 2 heroics, plus possibly 2 more strengths, plus static burst could give me a 4, an armor crush can give me a 6 to put on a shield. So when is Dolphin's Dive, when is the strategically oriented Dolphin's Dive Oblivion stream? Stay tuned, it is not tonight. I will give you more information later about that though, but not tonight. But basically, you would only see an Oblivion game if I start with an Oblivion game, because I think those games are long enough to last one stream. Especially if we're going to discuss strategy. But we're not doing it tonight. I thought about doing it tonight, but I decided I wanted to do the things I wanted to do, and Oblivion is actually not something I want to do right now. It takes way too much thought, and I'm not there yet. Alright, Fire Elemental. And maximum time. Soon, trademark. Alright, now here's a tempting decision. Do I discard the 4 so I roll 2 strengths? Or do I discard the 3 and then have a 4, but the 4 doesn't really do too much, especially since there's no 4 squares. I'm going to discard the 4 and live to regret that, because I rolled a 4 and a 1, but 1 can go into Armor Crush at least. So I just have to get lucky here, and I don't feel like I was, but let's do the Armor Crush thing. And we have a 3 for that, and we have a 4 to put into there, so our strength is sorted. We do not have a mana 6. Oh no, that's bad. We have an agility 6, but not a mana 6. And I can't increase my die by 1. Oh no, I can static burst, and I can increase it by 1. But look at all the mana I need! Oh no! Oh boy. Well, let's see what we can do, because I also have to cover that 5. No! Oh, I could do that, I guess. Get a 5 that way. I don't really like my prospects right now, though, because I have to try to use static bursts to get something more. I don't think this is going to be good. Static burst to get 2 4s, increase the mana by 1. And now I can... I can at least replace that 3 with a 4, and I can go into the mana square, but that's not any better! Tried so hard, and we got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. And I can't rewind. So... let's... Let's quit the game and start a new one. And I'm going to do the same thing because I think it was mostly fine, just hard. Yeah, a bit of a bad start, though. We're going to do better this time. I swear it. All right, here we go. So I kind of played this game faster than I have been because I'm, like, not just faster in terms of I'm spending more time, but faster also in terms of, like, I'm not discussing as much because I anticipated not getting it the first time. Phantom is not something I'm going to face in the first round because it is very likely I will suffer consequences. Yeah, we'll suffer consequences. That's the thing that matters. Shadow, spend time for each skill you use. I actually would love that on floor 3. Heroes and Potion is, of course, great. Welcome to Dolphin's Dive Take 2. So, welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by yours truly, Lou Dolphin. We do not have enough manas, but we do have Hammer Smash. I'm going to chance it. We do have Rewind. So all I have to do is get to the boss. So I guess like I don't necessarily need to play in Dragon's Cave because the goal is not to beat the boss. It's to get to the boss. We could try to find a dungeon whose boss is terrible, but the floors are easy. But I don't know. That is a good agility roll. And our strength. I mean, we can cover those squares. And our mana, we can cover those squares. So that's good. No consequences. I'm going to take the potion because I want to maximize the number of rewinds I have. I mean, I could use heroism, I guess. I could also rewind to discard an encounter card. The Fire Elemental, the bane of my existence. However, we don't have as many floor challenge squares, but I think there's too many mana things to worry about, so I'm just gonna flee that. We'll enter this one. Oh no, the ogre! Ah! Oh boy, we have 3 difficulty 4 or 4 experience cards right here. Dinner is ready. All right, I will entertain you. La 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 la. All right, we will do this one. Spend time for each one rolled. I'm okay with that. Maximize the dice. Yeah, I mean, like, normally I would not want to use a Hammer Smash for 3 all the time, but I'm going to go ahead and do that because I just want to spend as much time as possible. I want to spend as much time in the stream as possible. Okay, so we didn't really get a good result with Hammer Smash. Did we get a good result elsewhere? We do have a 6 for the strength. We have a 5 for the mana. We don't really have a second 4, though. For the strength, we would want to place those shields there, obviously, because we have to do that. And we put the 3 on that, so the problem is I do not have 2 4s after that. I could heroism though. So let's just double check that I can't do anything. Obviously these are peril skills, I can't use those. This 3 isn't going to help at all. Like, those aren't going to help. This 6 obviously has to go there. This has to be at least a 5. This has to be at least a 4. And I can't convert to get a heroic 4. So I could rewind, but I might as well win the fight. So, because that will make future fights easier. And you get Armor Crush, which, you know, that was a nice card we had last game. But I think I want to make sure I have good handling on dice. I'm still going to waste as much time as possible, though. I just have to survive to the boss. I don't have to beat the boss. This makes this game so much easier. Okay, beer trap. Beer traps. Oh my god, it's beer traps. All right, we're going to disarm them. And that is an invisibility potion there. Now, the nice thing about perils is that Inner Fire gives us a 3 if we need it, which, well, we could have also used Ingenuity, but all right, we'll take the potion because that gives us an extra potion token, and I can actually decide to use that on these cards, which Mana Fountain and Mana Fountain and Chaotic Aura is a nice combo because you gain a mana 6, must be spent as mana on a mana skill. Put on Chaotic Aura, pick a value, change up to 5 of your dice of that value to 6s. So we could take our worst, or not our worst, but our most common color or most common number die and get 6s that way. But I think I'm actually going to invisibility past both of these. Also, invisibility spends time, which is great. So, so we can get to the end of the floor as fast as possible. But now we have good skills that will help us to not fail. So Mana Fountain plus Chaotic Aura can be used, but only in combats. Beer trap? Don't tell the party is dwarf. We'll be here all night getting him out of the trap. Hey, it's an ogre. Do I want to invisibility this? Brute force, discard 5s, gain that number, strength 6s. That is awful. Mana, I don't need that. I'm going to flee this. If I decide I want it later, I can come back to it and use invisibility. But over here, we have a peril, which isn't too good. Dexterity gives us a free heroic 6, not a free heroic 6, but turns our worst heroic die into a 6 in combats. Strength die. The problem, though, is that I can't really do this. I mean, I can't use Hammer Smash, and Inner Fire gives me a 3, which can cover the shield, but I have 2 + 1 dice, and I have to get a 6 with one of them and 8 on the other 2, so I'm not going to do this. I do have a rewind. I want to make sure I have at least 1 potion for emergencies. We burned up all of them last time. Consistency. This is great. Change any or all of your dice to 4s. Because you know what? We can Chaotic Aura that. So do I want to try to do it straight up? I think I don't. I'm just going to invisibility. Consistency, Mana Fountain, Chaotic Aura. And now this game is won, basically. Not 100%. It's not guaranteed, but here's what happens. We spend an agility die. We change numbers of dice to 4. Basically, the ones you should always do are the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Change those to 4s. You might want to change a 5 to a 4, though, because you can Mana Fountain to gain a mana 6, spend it on Chaotic Aura, pick 4, and change up the 5 dice that are valued 4 into 6s. Dude. Like, 6s. Come on. So we're really good. We can't use it in perils, though. But I will try to do this because Magic Shield seems doable. And I do have a 1 rewind now. But we might be able to do this as long as I can get a 5 or 6, which we did. So I can Ingenuity to increase that to a 6. I have to place the 2. There's the 6, and I do need a 3 from Inner Fire. And there we go. I'm on my skill limit. I am certainly not losing those skills, so I'm going to take the die. And really, I just wanted to spend time. So we're going to spend time. Oh, it's the beetle. So, bearing in mind, I do actually have to place an agility here, but it could be a heroic. But we will enter Hammer Smash for maximum time spend. Roll 3 heroics. 2, 4, 6. They're all even. So we'll just discard the lowest. Roll the dice. All right, look at those dice. Let's use consistency. We will change these into 4s. Mana Fountain we'll spend on Chaotic Aura. And look, we can now pick... what was it? Change up to 5 of that dice. Oh, I have to pick the value first. Okay. We're definitely picking the 4s. And we're going to change the heroics. And we do need a strength 6. So we'll change a strength. Our mana is already good. We have a 3 and a 5, so I don't know that the rest actually matters at this point. Because yeah. We'll just change those. So we have the 6. Or we have the armors covered. Nope, not yet. Now we do. There. That is the power of consistency, mana fountain, chaotic aura. This is a combo that kind of makes dungeons significantly easier, but you obviously have to get these 3 skills to get it working. I'm not taking accuracy. I'll take a mana potion or a mana item. The boulder. This is apparel. And I have 5 dice. Inner Fire could put that 2 down, so I have to try to get a 5 or a 6 with the other 4 dice. I should be able to do it. Which I have the 6. Welcome to Dolphin's Dive, where we call items potions and skills items. And potions skills. Oh, the words are wrong. Might as well increase the 1 to a 2, because I could put that there, and then I can cover the other squares, I think. Yeah. Probably didn't even need to turn the 1 to a 2 for that. I do not want the skill. I'm probably just going to take the experience, because the more potions I have... I mean, I could try to not level up in this game and get the achievement for... Well, actually, do I need to beat the dungeon, though, to do that? I mean, with the skills I have, I could probably actually beat the dragon. Win a game at experience level 2 or lower. So, I need to actually win the game to do that. Maybe I'll just take the item and replace the strength. Alright, do I want to... I should just check that door at least. Might as well check the door. Oh look, it's apparel. Bit of spikes. I'm gonna flee. Alright, just have to get to the end of the floor. That's all I need to do. So, let's open the doors, I think. Unless we have a... well, I guess... that gives me a potion. Which, I guess... I mean, I could come back and fight him. So let's just, like, spend as much time, because we do want to spend time. This is apparel, and it is probably doable. Another apparel. And this is very doable, because decipher it. That gives me the same clarity. We have 2 clarities here, and I think we can't claim the same potion twice. And another apparel! Locked door. Well, we're definitely not going to do this one. So do I want to fight the skeleton because then I have consistency, mana fountain, chaotic aura, or do I want to do the rune puzzle because I have mana dice? Let's do the skeleton because that's probably going to be easier. Don't use the potion though. Use hammer smash. And that gives us a 2, a 6, and a 3. So that decision is easy because 3 is better than 2. And then the dice here. So I could use consistency. I don't know. Well, I already have the agility, so I might as well use consistency. But before I do that, well, I guess it doesn't hurt because I can just turn. I mean, I guess the question is, do I want to turn that strength 5 into a 4? But I think we can put that 5 on the 5 square, so it doesn't really mean anything. So yeah, and or I guess I could turn this heroic 5 into a 4 and convert it, but I think that's fine. We'll change those two. We'll mana fountain and then chaotic aura. Pick 4. Change the heroic. Our mana is good, so we'll change the strength. And then that's okay. We'll change that. So I probably could have changed that 5 into a 4 as well, and then I could have gotten a heroic 6. Imagine someone picking 6s to turn into 6s. I'm sure that came up in playtesting because you have to assume that the user is going to do dumb things. Alright, that is all covered. We will take the potion. And I'll just keep spending time in the ways that are, like, terrible. This is not how you should play one deck dungeon. This is a terrible waste of time. Oh, look, it's a peril. It's a pit of spikes. I'm going to flee it. And then I'm going to go to the rune puzzle. I do have a rewind, so I don't really... so we're done. We can do the rest of this because we have enough potions to rewind as we need to, but... ingenuity, let's see. So increase that to a 6 to cover that square, but now I don't have a 5. I guess I'm going to re-roll 2 dice. Probably should have done the re-roll first, but that was bad. Heroism will do it for me, though. I do have a 2, though. And heroism, if I convert those 2 into 6s, we have it. This potion has already been identified. I can't even take it. I'm at my item limit. And I think both mana and strength are about equal. So this would be an exchange of dice. I could take the 3 experience, but I'm trying not to level up, so I'll just take the experience. And then time passes. I'm going to descend. All right, we're at the boss, and we didn't cover a single encounter square, and the achievement unlocked for Flawless Dungeon Crawl. All right, so we successfully did the achievement. Now let's see if we can beat the boss at level 2. And bearing in mind that we do have, like, things. Oh yeah, and I can't use Hammer Smash. So that does make it a little trickier. Clarity does give me a heroic die. Hey Dragon, I'm doing well. How are you doing? We do have a 6. I mean, I have to cover the shields though. And the agilities can't go on the skull icons. However, as long as I can cover these 3 twice, we've won. So I could take some consequences, but I do have to cover the 2 5s. So if I want, I need to cover the 2 5s, so I can't really utilize my agility 3 for that. I could convert. Actually, I don't have that many dice. Fun fact. Most of my dice came from Hammer Smash. Ankroyd, you're probably late because you forgot about the daylight savings time starting in the US, which was actually started 2 weeks ago now, but I don't know of any other country except for maybe Canada that starts daylight savings this early. So if you're just tuning in now, well, this is what the time used to be before the time shift. So yeah, so we kind of are short on dice. But if I can take some consequences, that would probably be fine. I mean, I obviously have to save that 6. I can't lose that 6. And I have to cover these shields. So what am I going to do? Mana Fountain is obviously, that's going to happen. You're on time, loot is early. I only have 1 potion. I'm going to roll a Clarity, though, which forces me to re-roll all of those. But it does give me an extra die, which that gives me a 5 for that. So I think I'm not going to be able to cover the strength, but we can cover the mana. I'm going to do consistency. I guess I don't have to do that part, but actually I guess consistency doesn't really do much. Or no, I do need to do it. Well, I don't have to. Because I can only cover the... I have to do... Yeah, okay, I do have to do it for that. But then if I do Chaotic Aura, to pick 4, and this decision is obviously those 4. Okay, so then I have to cover the shield, and then cover all of the skull icons, and then cover the mana, because that's the best I can do. So we're probably not going to pull this off, because I can't do this twice, but we have done 3 damage to the boss. If I can do another 3 damage, then we will have the achievement for beating a boss on level 2. But we're not off to a good start. I mean, it doesn't really matter because mana fountain. But for me to be able to do this, I need to... Oh, and I don't have the heroic from Clarity, so this does make it tough. In order to do this, I need to cover all the squares because I have no more potions. I need to cover... Like, these 4 dice need to go on the strength squares. And these 4 need to go on the mana squares. And then I have 1 for the armor. 1 for the armor. And then I have nothing left over for consistency. Ah! So that is it. Thanks for watching Dolphin's Dive, where we got the achievement for not taking a or covering all the consequences, or covering all the challenge boxes, but we didn't get the one for beating the boss because we, even though we have Mana Fountain, Chaotic Aura, and Consistency, we don't have good dice. Here's where a heroic feat that would give something, I guess, but I guess most heroic feats can't be used on the boss, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna end around because I can't do it. It gives me 3 circles, which is not enough to get anything. I'll just throw it into first aid. Alright, well, we did get that achievement, which, unfortunately, since I'm not properly showing this window, right? Yeah, it's not showing on the stream. But I did get the achievement for Flawless Dungeon Crawling, I think it was called. Flawless Dungeon Crawl. Reach the boss after covering every challenge box in each encounter you face in the dungeon. So we got that. And does it say how many achievements I have? I have 39 out of 60 achievements. So I have 21 to go, and several of these will take me a while because fill all the spaces on the core heroes and the Forest of Shadows heroes. That will take time. And we'll certainly have to work towards that, probably intentionally work towards that. I don't know. Well, there's certainly ways you can grind in one deck dungeon if you know how to get experience. Like the hero progression, it says here. 1 check mark is earned each time you descend or level up, and an additional 3 are earned if you defeat the boss. And your difficulty also determines how much experience you get. I don't know if it says it here though, but it probably says, yeah, difficulty levels. If you play on Fearless and you reach the boss, you earn 3 extra check marks. Obviously, you have to reach the boss. And if you're playing on Fearless, you can level up 3 times, going from level 1 to 4, so you get 3 check marks that way. And if you descend 3 times, so you can get 9 check marks max. And certainly for some of my heroes, actually, we've almost gotten all the hexagons. In fact, I think we have gotten all the hexagons. Or not hexagons, pentagons. Yeah, the rogue has all the pentagons. So I don't need to face difficulty 3 bosses with rogue. I can face difficulty 2s to fill out the remaining squares. And then after that, I could do the difficulty 1s. Assuming that the difficulties do line up, and it's not something like Omnitron in Sentinels of the Multiverse that is technically difficulty 1, but in my experience is definitely more of a difficulty 2, which is why his difficulty in the digital game has been adjusted to 2. Speaking of Sentinels, I think it's time to move on to Sentinels of the Multiverse since it is 8 o'clock. And because it is my birthday, for all of you that are excited about Viewer's Choice, too bad. I actually have to, oops, no, don't do that. I need to get out of the beta, although I think it's basically the same as the release right now, sort of. Very least I think it should download quickly, yeah. My birthday was yesterday, but yes, it's my birthday week, so I'm gonna go and do what I want. So, to be fair, one day we should do a 50% viewer's choice. What does a 50% viewer's choice mean? Where it's half your choice, half my choice? I get choices? What? Alright. Is that showing up? It is. There it is. And Sentinels of the Multiverse updates. I am 30 years old now. You're promising yourself not to play Oblivion in the whole update until you do real life stuff that's due. Oh man, that's tough. Very tough. Alright, so we're not going to do Oblivion. No thanks. We're not going to do Oblivion today. Sorry, guys. I will tell you next week when I plan on doing Oblivion, but it will be a regular feature, just not today. Don't want to do classic or team. Let's think. What do I want to play? It's like I have all the choices, and I don't know how to make choices now. Well, who is like my favorite villain to face? I kind of like Akash'Bhuta. Baron play clearly. We're gonna do Akash'Bhuta, and I'm gonna do a new environment because I've not actually played through all of these environments. Let's do Nexus of the Void. And let's bring in the Oblivion heroes. Let's bring Akash'Thirya. Let's lead with Akash'Thirya because there's probably different dialogue for Buddha versus Thirya. And then we'll bring in all the Oblivion heroes, which are easy to find because they don't have the variant banners yet. You could also, of course, get them by going to decks and sorting by expansion, but I prefer alphabetical because that's how my decks are lined up in my physical box. So Akash'Bhuta, actually let's figure out difficulty. Actually let's make this super fun and make it challenge. Oh, all these boxes are popping up. I don't know why. Actually, well no, we'll do it in game. It's probably set to defaults, which means that it's gonna be standard like animation speeds, which I'll have to change. Yeah, we'll do challenge because then I have to damage Akash'Bhuta myself. Oh yeah, probably. Well, no, because I did beta on this, but it's probably because I did beta on this, and now I'm playing the public version. So yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, challenge to make it so I can have to damage her myself. I think advanced is a bit annoying because she does extra damage and has damage reduction. We're just gonna stick with challenge. Challenge Akash'Bhuta versus Akash'Thirya, La Comodora, the Harpy, Lifeline, and Luminary in Nexus of the Void. What is this sprout? A piece of my spirit thinking itself a whole being. You'll be cut down before you grow to challenge me. I am whole, complete, evolved. I feel like I probably already did this now that I think about it. I think I might have. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did because I think I asked whether I could lead Buddha versus 3. Anyway, we're going to do it this way because I want to. It's my day. I don't even remember what I've done on my streams. All right, Akash'Thirya is starting with As the Earth Turns, Creeping Mold, Earth's Attunement, and Strangling Roots. La Comodora has Brig Teleporter, Cannon Portal, Concordant Helm, and Ship Shape. The Harpy has Arcane Explosion, Conjured Aura, and 2 Mystical Outbursts. Lifeline has Cosmic Immolation, Harrow, Leyline Shift, and Unleash Energy. Luminary has 2 All According to Plans, a Saber Battle Drone, and Technologically Stable. Yeah, stable. Gosh, 3 times you've done right, I had that whole title that I planned on. Oh, man. Oh, well. It's fine. We'll do this again. Akash'Thirya is nice for long games where you get to, you know, figure out how you'll develop your heroes. Plus, we'll get to listen to the Nexus of the Void music, which I listened to all of them in the listening party, like, actually last week because it took me forever to listen to it. The way that music started actually reminded me of Myst, but I don't know if that's actually an accurate thing. Actually, it reminded me of Myst 3, because one of the worlds in Myst 3 takes place in a tree, and the music there matches this music, which makes sense, I guess. An ambuscade and stuntman isn't invited to the villain party. Alright, so Akash'Thirya is immune to environment damage and villain damage. Whenever a villain target enters play, top card of the environment deck is discarded. Whenever an environment target enters play, the top card of the villain deck is played. And how many targets are in this deck? It's not 2 target rich. We have 5 targets. And I will be frank, I've not played with the new environments too often. So I am learning as I go. I do know that the biomes can be summoned, I think. Oh no, Elemental Awakening. Yeah, that puts revealed targets into play, so that's going to be a fun one. But the one I was thinking of was shifting biomes, which I know is interesting, and I remember how this was going on in playtesting. It says biomes are indestructible, but it's basically so that we get multiple biomes in play, because biomes all say when this card enters play, destroy all other biomes. So the way to get multiple biomes is just to make biomes indestructible. Look at Vitalized Thorns. Where's Vitalized Thorns? Which deck has Vitalized Thorns? Yeah. Oh. Maybe it's in here. Oh, yeah, because it's in the deck. You're talking about... Yeah. Akash'Thirya is supposed to have red eyes. The multiverse is wrong, or the drawing is wrong, or you're colorblind. It's... I guess that's the issue, is that she has red eyes there, but green eyes here. But the card here is also green. I'm gonna go with her eyes change color based on our mood. Yeah, like what Sonic Blade is saying. I'm gonna go with the eyes are mood eyes. So green is like peaceful, but red is like I'm pissed off and I'm gonna destroy the world in retaliation. All right. Ooh, Rejuvenating Entropy, which destroys no equipment cards and puts no limbs into play. Beautiful. Akash'Bhuta only has red eyes, indeed. Indeed. Actually, is that Akash'Bhuta or Thirya there? That's the question. Someone's gonna say, you could tell it's Thirya because of something, but yeah, we have antlers. That probably means it's Thirya. Because you can see antlers there. And there. And they're probably not technically antlers. Christopher and Adam's like, those technically aren't antlers. They're more like limbs that grow out of her head. Yeah, they're like limbs that just kind of, you know, they're like trees. You can't say that word on the stream. Oh, sorry, shmees. Sorry, I know it's not a brand. I was just trying to impersonate Christopher and Adam. All right, what are we going to do here? As the Earth turns, whenever a villain card will be played, Akash'Thirya may deal herself 2 psychic damage to play the top card of the environment deck instead. You know what's a great way to stop Akash'Bhuta from playing cards? Turning the Earth. And, yeah, we'll definitely do this. Put a seed from hand into the trash. And which one do we want to try to get in the future? Strangling Roots is pretty good. Especially since Akash'Bhuta will never deal herself damage. So that's good. The Comodora has Concordant Helm, which means we could take play power and draw in any order, which is great. Actually, we're pretty well set up because we have the Helm and we have Ship Shape, which are good counters for the discarding of a card at the start of the turn. We'll put out the Helm, and then I can have a choice of instances here, and I will draw a card, and then I will use a power. Select a hero deck. Do I actually want to do this? Because there's nothing really... I mean, it's not that... It's terrible. It's just it's not going to do anything. So we're going to skip that. And there's nothing in my trash, so I'll move the bottom card of my deck to my hand because it gives me a free card, and it looks like it was Chronological Sweet Spot. Which I like. Except it's hard to keep in play because you have to fund it. Although, and I think this card, it says, or no, it's not destroy one of your cards. It's destroy one of your ongoing or equipment cards. I forget what deck it was, but someone was saying that there's a sort of loophole, not loophole, but one of these cards can destroy cards that are underneath another card because it specifies destroy one of your cards. But I don't remember which one it is. I don't think it's this one because it seems like it all says equipment specifically. Rook City is mine. Actually, Rook City is mine, little human. All right, let's see. Start of your turn. So I'm still learning these decks, which is, I feel like at this point it's kind of embarrassing because I've been showing this on stream the past couple of weeks, but I've also been beta testing, but not actively. And Oblivion as an expansion has been out for like a year now, but I'm still not 100% familiar with these decks. So let's see. I do not have 3 or more birds. The first time Harpy is dealt damage, you may flip a control token. So I could put this in play for damage dealing. I don't have 3 birds. But what do you want? This does damage based on the number of birds. So you kind of don't want to have... You want more control than birds, right? I mean, I guess it depends. Like, certain cards work in different ways. But if I do Conjured Aura, yeah, we'll do Conjured Aura. And then I will do the damage. We have damage to Akash'Bhuta! Yeah, and that's another card, Lash of the Elements, that benefits from having more control and less birds. Alright. So increased damage dealt to and by. Heal yourself and up to others. Discard the top card of each deck. Put the top card of one trash into play. Interesting. Do we want to filter the environment, the villain deck, I guess, is the question. I mean, we're going to stop the next card play, but I mean, if we do this, it actually works well with Comodora because she can put a card from the trash underneath the top card of the deck. So let's do Leyline Shift. And then discard all the things. Alright, these are the cards we found. Accelerate Nature's Order, which... we could get a lot of environment cards in play because anytime a target enters play, the villain tries to play a card, but it shifts to the environment That's funny. Flash the elements. 1 and 1 and 1. Heal yourself 1 twice. Not really too good. Living Rock Slide, definitely not. Matter Manipulator, that is a nice one. Shifting Biomes. Destroy up to 3 non-character card devices and/or ongoing cards. Draw a card for each card destroyed this way. Reveal the bottom card of your deck. If it has the same name as a limited card currently in play, discard it. Otherwise, put into play. If an equipment card enters play this way, repeat the text of this card. It's not really too good to get equipments out of turn for her, though, because we'll have to do the start of turn cost. Heroic Luminary is from a different reality. It's not Luminary's kid. Oh, sorry, you're talking about Lifeline. Sorry, Orchid's talking about Lifeline. I was trying to figure out where the him was referring to. Lifeline is the hero you at least adjust every time you play him. You just look the other way and suddenly he's at 13. Yeah, you have to be careful with his hit points. His hit points are very much a resource because a lot of his cards do self-damage. Yeah, a lot of these equipments, like we could chain a bunch of these equipments together, which would be fun, but getting them out of turn isn't really too good. So I think we don't want to do that one. I think Matter Manipulator at least is one that can be used. I mean, I don't have a power right now other than my base power, but so with the base power, Matter Manipulator basically says another player may draw a card and you can use a different power. So all right, who wants cards? Comodora has Concordant Helm. She normally likes cards, but she has a lot of means of getting cards. Let's try to get Akash'Thirya beautifully set up. All right. All according to plan, increase damage dealt by devices by 1. Whenever a device is destroyed, discard top card of your deck. Luminary deals 1 target 1 toxic damage. Or technologically stable, draw a card, move a device, play a card. We don't have a device. I'm gonna all according to plan this stuff. I said stuff. And that puts me 2 devices into play. So these 2 devices, either Luminary regains 1 or 3 devices regain 1. Everyone's at max, fun fact. And then Disposable Defender saves Luminary for a bit. Cool, fantastic. Let's have Luminary regain hit points, I guess. Elemental Awakening number 2, which revealed no targets. Or did it? Wait. Oh no, we revealed Shifting Biomes. But Elemental Awakening was... Okay, I thought for some reason we revealed it. But yeah, we didn't get targets. Which means there are 5 out of 10 cards that are targets. And yes, let's play an environment card. Reclusive Keeper is a target. So, let's play an environment card. Jade Estuary. Cool. So the Reclusive Keeper. So the first time a non-environment target enters play this turn, this card deals that target 2 melee damage. Reduce damage dealt by that target by 2 until the start of the environment turn. At the start of the environment turn, if there are 3 or more spirits in play, destroy this card. That's actually a nice one because it will combat Akash'Bhuta's limbs. In fact, the Living Rock Slide is now only going to deal 1 damage, which is nice. 1 damage across all hero targets, that is, but that is nice. And that's not hero targets, right? It's non-villain. Jade Estuary. At the end of the villain turn, each non-hero target with an even regains 2 and... Or no, sorry. Each non-hero target with an even regains 2. Each hero with an even may use a power. Which is currently everyone except Comodora and Luminary. All according to plan. Is there... So, Disposable Defender. Yeah, I cannot damage Luminary right now with the Disposable Defender. But I could damage Comodora somehow. Instantaneous Maturation gives us a free seed. Free seed of our choice. But I kind of want to get the tree. I like the tree. Oh, but the Reclusive Keeper is going to deal it 2 damage. What the hell? All right. Akash'Thirya is now in play. And what was all? Oh, right, because I was saying destroy seeds and whatnot. Oh, it's only the first target. Okay, yeah, I missed that. The text is important, Lude. Read the cards. Read the cards. All right. We have another Strangling Roots. Let's put that in the environment trash. I like this part of the music. It's so good. I actually don't want to heal these because they're even, and I want them to not do things. Unless I'm going to have Lifeline damage himself, in which case this might change things. Ooh, Enclave's Tech. I like that one. We also have a Leyline Shift. Let's target Lifeline so that he can damage himself. But let's not target Thirya. Let's draw a card first. And then decide what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna play Ship Shape so that now I can start playing equipments and the discards be super easy to keep up with. And which card do I want from a trash pack in my deck? I think we want to get Weigh Anchor back. Yes, we do. That wasn't an equipment though, was it? Because if it was, I just did a dumb. It's a one-shot, yeah. Akash'Thirya and Scholar. Deal up to 3 targets. Yeah, so we can damage Akash'Bhuta. She's no longer even. So it's not going to regain 2 HP. Reclusive Keeper, I'm going to keep. I'm not going to touch. He is going to keep hitting Thirya's seeds, but it can help us with the limbs, which is important. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because then Conjured Aura is going to get destroyed. So I'm just going to skip my play. And keep my Conjured Aura for now. Block's Care is something that does change its effect based on how many control tokens you have. Currently, it will reduce damage dealt to the Harpy by non-hero targets by 1. But if I have more birds, I can retaliate when I'm dealt damage by a non-hero target. All right, Leyline Shift. So, Ancient Tomb. And yeah, this is good with more controls because we could play ongoing cards on my power phase. Another Leyline Shift. Oh my gosh. And another Living Rock Slide. We just discarded 2 Rock Slides. Nice. And I think they were what? Yeah, they were the 2 cards on top of her deck. Oh man. We didn't have her play either of those because of reasons. The first time an environment card enters play each turn, either play or discard the top card of the environment deck. At the end of your turn, you may shuffle a Primordial Seed from the environment trash into the environment deck. That is a great one. I don't have cards in her trash. Each time a spirit or biome enters the leaf play, this card regains 1. At the end of the environment turn, this card is at full HP. It deals the 2 villain targets with the highest HP, 2 toxic, and 2 radiant damage. Nice. I think, though, we definitely want Primeval Germination. Because now we can start shuffling seeds from the trash into the environment deck. And then we won't have much Nexus stuff. And let's just give Akash'Thirya cards. That's another good one. Shuffle seeds into the trash, or shuffle seeds into the deck. That was... No, it wasn't that one. It was... Nope, not that one either. Cultivation. Because at the end of your turn, discard or play the top card of the environment deck. So if it is not a Primeval Seed, you can discard it. Or you could play the top card of the environment deck if you want to. Excuse me. Jeez. Destroy any number of your devices, which... Whenever a device is destroyed, discard the top card of your deck or Luminary deals damage. But I... Well, no, no, we don't actually have the thing, do we? This thing that deals damage. Let's destroy something. Let's destroy this disposable defender. Deal Luminary 1 damage. What? Why am I doing that? Search my deck or trash for an ongoing card, for Doomsday or ongoing card. Well, guess what? We only have Doomsdays. Or is the only ongoing cards the, That's weird. This is the only ongoing card, is all according to plan. For some reason, I feel like it's all according to plan. Alright, which Doomsday do I want? Granted, it's not really going... Like, it's not really good to get this super early, I guess, because you have to have 15 or more cards in your trash for it to work. Move all devices from your trash into play, and this card deals each non-hero target 2 fire. Or this card deals 1 target X irreducible damage, which is the number of cards in the trash. Or for every 2 cards in your trash, you may destroy 1 non-character card other than this card. Oh boy. That can get rid of Primeval Limbs. Cool. Well, I do not have 15 more cards in my trash. I will discard the top 2 cards in my deck. Which one of them was a device? That's the moon card. Yeah, the Terra Lunar Translocator. Alright, I do not want Luminary to regain a hit point, so we'll heal the Terra Lunar Translocator. And I do not want to hit Akash'Bhuta, so I guess I'm hitting Reclusive Keeper. Oh no, it's +1! It's +1! I can do it! I forgot about the +1. Boss for... No! 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 Man, I didn't get my powers from Jade Estuary. At the end of the environment turn, deal each target with an odd amount of HP 1 toxic damage. If this damage destroys any targets, deal each target 1 toxic damage. Okay then, well, I'm discarding. Magma's Rage. Oh, this is ongoing. So... Oh, it's gonna keep going until 2 spirits are in play. Okay, I missed that part. So the Mountainous Carapace, which does something, whatever. Reduce damage dealt by Mountainous Carapace. Oh, there's another spirit, which means it's another card play. Which is an Entomb! I was gonna hit Comodora at some point, and then I didn't. Oh boy. So what's happening here? Something... Oh, because there's multiple things that are in play now. Deals The non-environment target with the second highest. First time a biome enters play, deal the 3 non-spirits with the lowest 2 cold. The end of the environment turn, discard the top card of the environment deck. If it is a biome, put it into play. Whenever a target is dealt melee damage, deal the target 1 fire damage. The end of the environment turn, deal each target 1 fire damage. Cool. Well, the Entomb's going to destroy all these things, so it doesn't matter. Oh no, Akash'Thirya, no! No! I may flip 1 token. Let's flip a bird. Because that's how I feel right now. I'm flipping birds. I'm also pretty hot on undressed. This is the after dark stream now. Okay, is there anything I can do here? Well, you know, Devouring River is dead, which doesn't really do anything. First time a device is destroyed, I can discard a card or deal damage. That's cool. Luminary says. It's all according to plan. I don't think the order matters, though. Do I want... So, what do I want token-wise? If I flip a bird, I will have all controls. And so, Arcane Explosion will be optimal, because it will deal the least damage to the heroes. Yeah, so I think we're fine with having all controls. Oh! I keep hitting the wrong thing because I keep thinking I want control, but really the question is, do you want to flip a control? Which is not what you want to do. Or not what I want to do here. I'm going to flip a bird! At this prompt! And I have to destroy Mountainous Carapace. I don't have to. I'm just gonna keep dealing the damage. The discard that will be nice so Doomsdays can do things, but you know, my Doomsday that I had is gone. Because I did that. I did that intentionally, and that was not wise. Oops. Got my controller. I have a hard time moving my chair. Which is bad when it's a chair with wheels. It's supposed to be easy to move. Trying to resituate myself now. Reclusive Keeper, first time and on. Oh, because it put Arboreal Phalanges into play. Let's have the Reclusive Keeper react because Buddha could destroy it. Or that. Cool. Things are getting hectic here. Also, Magma's Rage. This is at 3 tokens. And now Akash'Bhuta is on the side where she plays cards when environment cards get destroyed. However, we do want to keep the 2 spirits in play because we could then destroy Elemental Awakening. Because that's putting spirits into play, which although we are on the side where he doesn't play cards on environment card plays, it's still we want to avoid that. Sorry, I'm adjusting everything here. All right, I think I'm good now. So the environment just shuffled, so unfortunately I can't try to get seeds into there as easily. And all my seeds that were... Oh, jeez. Well... Well, I'm going to put Cultivation out. I want to get the card where... Whenever a primordial seed gets destroyed, you can put it in the environment trash. Like one with the land, see? And we'll shuffle that. Yep. This card, because it's not a Buddha card. You can see in the upper right corner what the top card of the environment deck is. May discard a card. If you do, put one of your equipment cards or ongoing cards in play on top of your deck and then play the top part of your deck. I'm not going to do that. Draw a card. And then I can play... Break Teleporter. Cannon Portal, however, is going to do good damage. Reveal the top card of each... Oh, right. Yeah, this one destroys one of your ongoing or equipment, so I want to be a little forward-funded for maximum effect. Those can move cards from trashes into decks, which actually works well getting seeds into the deck. Can also make sure that, like, we control Akash'Bhuta's plays way in the future. I don't think I want those cards, though. Because if they come out at an inopportune moment... At the end of your turn, a hero may use a power. If none do, you may draw a card. I don't really have too many useful powers right now. I guess 2 damage is at least... So, like... Dealing 1 target 2 infernal damage is, like, a common power and sort of frowned upon sometimes, but it's at least constant damage dealing. Whereas a lot of these powers are more situational. Like Akash'Thirya only has 1 primordial seed left to put in the environment trash. Lifeline, card draws, I mean, you can only keep drawing cards so many times. I think I want to get more damage dealing out. I want to be more Jeremy. Because without damage, you can't really win the game. So. Let's... Well, Buddha's not going to play too many cards just yet, so I don't need As the Earth Turns back just yet. Akash'Thirya, but... we still have the thing? I think we do, right? Yes. And Ancient Tome is in the trash. Oh, look at all these leyline shifts. Let's put a leyline shift back into Lifeline's deck. Do we have an equipment card? We do not. So we're going to move the bottom card of my deck. Is this the one that lets me... No, it's not. Which was the one that lets me see the bottom card of my deck all the time? Someone's going to give me the answer before I find that card. I feel like... Isn't it already in play? No. What card am I thinking of? Ah! Maria Elena's Plot. So, once I have that, I'll have a better idea on what's on the bottom of my deck, which will work well with the card that plays the bottom card of my deck. Alright. Mountainous Carapace. Can I deal with it? I guess we do have Arcane Explosion that's going to deal 4 damage to Mountainous Carapace. So I'm going to damage Arboreal Phalanges. Although, I am going to destroy Magma's Rage, which is going to play an environment card, so... no. Yeah. Oh! I can't rewind to Comodora's play... Oh, what the... No! Okay, whatever. Yeah, so we'll just hit the Carapace. And the Phalanges. And Akash'Bhuta, which is reduced, so never mind, really. I didn't want to hit that. Yeah, so I'm not actually going to Arcane Explosion because that's going to make Akash'Bhuta play cards. So we're gonna Flux Care, I guess. Because that is cool. And then I can get the Carapace down to 1. So someone can mop it up. That's also going to destroy Vegma's Rage. But Harrow... You know, I can play Harrow, and Harrow's going to deal 3 damage. So let's hit Arboreal Phalanges for efficiency. Yeah! Alright. Carapace is gone, which means that Buddha discards a card. Top card is not a limb, or a seed, rather. Card is discarded. That card is a seed now. Alright, beautiful. And then draw a card. I don't have another power still. And someone else may draw a card. Thria wants to draw cards. Huh, that's odd. No, this is Sentinels, not one deck dungeon. Deal each villain target 1 villain, or 1 villain damage. Deal each lightning target 1 villain damage. Alright, so Reclusive Keeper is still going to damage Saber Battle Drone. Yeah, so that's not going to work too well. Haste and Victory! Play top card on my deck. Haste and Victory! How does that feel? Oh boy, those are comboing. I cannot... Oh, actually... It doesn't say damage... Oh no, yeah, dealt damage, so never mind. Shoot, okay, yeah, I can't deal damage. I mean, you do have... Okay, all according to plan, except Reclusive Keeper is reducing damage dealt by 2, so there's a -1, and this is a total of 1 damage. I'm going to discard top 2 cards of my deck, and I'm going to get a device, which actually is not being dealt damage, because it was already the first time something was dealt damage, so that's great. Vitalized Thorns, yay! Which is destroyed! It first deals 1 target 3. Well, you know, that's a little bothersome, especially because this is Verday's final 3. Okay. I'm going to take these guys out now. I'm going to set it up so that Akash'Bhuta does not play cards first. Oh boy, more damage. Almost had a terrible tragedy where I spilled my bottle. But as it is, I only spilled half a cup. Oh boy, never mind. We're destroying all the environment cards. Good job, Akash'Bhuta. You're now going to play all the cards. Alright, let's... This isn't going to do anything. Let's at least get rid of that. And now, decisions. Let's destroy Reclusive. No, not that one, actually. No. Because if the top card... or if Buddha plays a limb... Yeah, so we'll destroy this one. Akash'Bhuta plays a card. Earth Sacrifice. That's not a limb. Is that a Raisin Cane's napkin? Yes, it is, actually. As you can see, it's a Cane's napkin. I do have a bunch of napkins from fast food restaurants sitting right next to me because might as well save it for emergency rather than throwing them out. Such as when you almost spill your whole bottle of Seagrams. All right. Deal with this first. Okay. Crisis averted. 7 cards, 5 of them are getting destroyed. Master Manipulator is not doing much, or Matter Manipulator is not doing much right now. All according to plan, I can get rid of Box Care. I don't really need, even though I just played it. So now I have 2 good Comodora cards and 2 good Akash'Bhuta cards. Which is tragic. Do we have another ship shape in my hand? No. And I don't have another Concordant Elm, except that's not the thing. Actually, wait, no, this isn't a... Never mind, what am I talking about? I was thinking Concordant Helm was here. No, it's not. Alright. Let's pay attention to what these cards actually are instead of making assumptions. Alright. So, we have a good Comodora card and 2 good Akash'Thirya cards. Yes, Akash'Thirya cards. Do you have any copies of those in your hand? You do not. I'm gonna have to lose one of these. Comodora could help get it back, though. So which one can I live without for a bit? I mean, I kind of want to keep... Because Earth's Attunement is going to discard 5 cards from the environment deck, so... Like, we're going to be... Oh, there's no more... Oh, there's only the 1 card. Or 2 cards now. There's 2 cards, okay. Let's get rid of Primeval Germination. Flip a coin. A 3-sided coin. Alright, 2 Ensnaring Brambles. Oh, right. Disrupt the Field is playing those. Oh, right. And that's a seed. Reduce damage dealt by those targets by 2. Which is great when Akash'Thirya is in play, actually. But it's not, so... I guess we'll just hit the villain targets. Regression Turret cannot deal damage. But only the one with 1 HP. The one with 4 HP still can deal damage. Okay. Environment has destroyed all the stuff, so I do not need to play as the Earth turns to destroy the environment cards. The Ensnaring Brambles are actually fine because they'll almost always target devices or seeds. So I'm not too worried about that. Nexus of the Void, we do have... Or did it get discarded into my deck? Or my trash? I don't know. So, one of them got played, one of them got discarded, I think. Yeah, so... Yeah, let's put out one with the land. Shuffle either one card or all cards. Hey, we can actually set this up so that we can flip Buddha, but we don't really want to right now. But we can shuffle Strangling Roots into the deck. And that top card is not a seed. And the top card is not a seed. Alright, there is a seed on top. Beautiful. I do not want to discard for this. I do want to discard for this. I'll get rid of a copy of Rudder in the Time Stream. I will start by drawing 2 cards. And now I really want to start getting out the things that... Let's play a card. I want to start putting equipments out. But I do have Maria Elena's Plot, which may look which will let me look at the bottom card of my deck at any time, but other than that, this only does things when equipments are destroyed, which, you know, if I destroy an equipment by not discarding for it, that's beautiful. But let's... Aradoha Figurehead. Yeah, let's do that. Because damage! And let's get that card back that I wanted. Primeval Germination, please. Is there an equipment in my trash? There is. Hey, I could bring it back super easily. Well, let's get a different card because I already have a copy of that one in my hand. And hey, look, I got another copy of Maria Elena's Plot. Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about the Ensnaring Brambles. Now, Akash'Thirya would be a fun person to have this. Luminary is also a good one. Lifeline would hit himself harder. Harpy does not have her avian companions in play. And it's only hero targets in this play area. Although I guess primordial seeds are in their play in the Akash'Thirya's play area. But there's nothing happening here that's dealing damage just yet. And actually, Akash'Thirya would hit herself harder with the cards that hit herself. So maybe not Akash'Thirya. But Luminary could be good. We do have this. We did lose as the Earth. We did lose All According to Plan, which was kind of all according to plan, but we do have another copy of All According to Plan. So we're going to put it on Luminary. All right. Lots of one-shots here. Arcane Explosion, but we're not maxed on I've been calling those control, but I don't think that word is control. Control token means the whole thing, but it's, I want to say it's arcane. I'm going to say it's arcane because Arcane Explosion. Yes. Flip 1 arcane token, draw 2 cards, reveal the top card of your deck, play it or discard it if you discard it. Yeah, so let's do this because random. Swift Summoning. Yeah, I like that card. I can use it right now. Reveal the top card of a hero deck, play a card revealed this way. Weird phrasing, except it makes sense when another card is in play. Let's give a random ass card play to Akash'Thirya. Noxious Pod. Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, we have a Leyline Shift. Leyline Shift. I like that card because I can decide what to play from it. Disrupt the Field is definitely the card I want to play. Yes. Also, by the way, I discarded the Seed, so that was a bad decision. But since I have future knowledge now, I can't really rewind. I forgot about that. Shoot. Oh well. Now I know what the environment's gonna play. It's gonna play Jade Estuary. Yeah. All right, cool. I now know that's gonna happen. Oh, by the way, all the heroes are at odd HP. Great. Can we change that real quick? I don't see any HP recovery cards. Oh well. Oh darn. Oh hey, here's a card that says you may destroy one of your cards. Eldritch Training, which can destroy cards that are, say, underneath Chiquito. Fun fact. No, you do not need... You can't... No, you can't use the mask. You don't need it, but it needs you. Who is in charge here? Bared Blade. Because I could deal damage with Paradoha Figurehead. I can draw a card. I may use a power. Which this would be tempting, except the effects would expire immediately. So I will instead discard the top two cards of my deck. Freedom 6 Tempest can also do this, indeed. Alright, draw a card, and then someone else may draw a card. I'm going to give that to Thria again. Alright, I could put All According to Plan back into play, and now my regression turrets are going to do 3 damage each. All According to Plan. Oh my gosh, Jade Estuary, no way! And they regain HP. Oh well. Primeval Eruption, here we go. Gets me a Mountainous Carapace. Mountainous Carapace. Primeval Eruption. She always changes these cards, I swear. Living Rock Slide. Arboreal Phalanges. Arboreal Phalanges. Primeval Eruption. I told you, she always changes these cards. Oh my gosh. And then Disrupt the Field. Because why not? Entomb. Alright, here we go. She's having her turn. Flips. Biome. Aggression turret cannot deal damage. Alright, now things happen, and so when this card is destroyed, you may destroy one environment card or a target with 3 or fewer HP, which doesn't help. First deals up to 3 targets, 1 toxic damage each. The first time any device is dealt damage by a non-hero target each turn, this card deals a source of damage, 1 lightning damage. Well, let's hit this regression turret, since it couldn't deal damage anyway. Deal 1 damage, +1. And then you also deal damage. You're down to 5. Noxious Pod could also deal damage. I can move it to the environment trash. Yes. I could also hit the Rock Slide. And then Carapaces. Strangling Roots. Aw, man. I'm just short. I don't have any retaliations, do I? Whenever a hero target will be dealt damage by environment. Yeah, so that doesn't work. That's not going to react. That's not a reaction. Man. Because if I could set it up to have the Rock Slide down to 3, that would be beautiful. But we did all we could. Yeah. I could then destroy a device, but then it's not going to do it. It's too late. Do I want to destroy this? Deal each target with an odd amount of HP, 1 toxic damage. Yeah, that's going to be an overall bad effect. So we'll just get rid of it. And now my other regression turret cannot deal damage. Alright, she had her turn. The good news is all 3 copies of Primeval Eruption are in the trash. And I do not want to put that on the bottom of the deck with Comodora. So now I need to figure out how to work with Entomb. But I do have a Creeping Mold. Which actually, when Entomb goes off, it will destroy Creeping Mold, which can then destroy Entomb. So I want to utilize Entomb. Or, sorry, Creeping Mold. So I could... Do I have a copy of that in my deck? I do. So when this card is played, first deals up to 3 targets, 2 toxic damage each. But I would have to heal myself 2. But I think I'll just put Creeping Mold into play. And since my seeds ended up in the trash, I can use Cultivation to shuffle them into play. Or shuffle them into the deck, rather. Reduce damage dealt by these targets by 2. So let's hopefully get the Strangling Roots, which we didn't discard. Now we have a seed on top. Which seeds are in the deck? Strangling Roots. And these expire until the start of your turn. So we can lower the amount of damage that Living Rock Slide does. Good. And then Phalanges. And then Phalanges. Alright. I don't want to discard for this. But I do want to discard for this. Let's get rid of a Temporal Rigging. And then discard for this. Concordant Helm's already in play. Plus, equipments are easy to get back with her, so you might as well discard equipments. We get the second Paradaha figurehead. Let's put that into play. And now, whose deck do we want to put cards somewhere? Primeval Germination. Yeah, I think we put it on. Yeah, I think we put it on top, and then we ended up discarding it with Lifeline because we're dumb. That Lifeline play was all sorts of dumb. All right, I can't look at the bottom of my deck yet. Let's just move the bottom card of my deck. I do not know what that was. Was it this Timeless Treasure? I'm gonna say yes. Timeless Treasure is interesting because you can actually choose yourself to draw a card and 2 other players. So it kind of pays for itself and provides other card draws. Cool. Carapace. So I cannot give this one to Luminary because it says move it to a play area that doesn't contain a figurehead. You know, go figure. But is there someone? I guess Buddha, because we do now have things that can deal damage, right? No? No? Okay, well. All according to plan. Let's give it to Harpy. I could keep it on Comodora, I guess. Oh, no, that was Luminaries. Or wait, no. Oh. No, that was Luminaries that I moved to Harpy. Now this is the one in front of Comodora. I'm going to move that one to Luminary. Oh my gosh. I could actually put it in front of Comodora at the start of her turn. Yeah. So, here's one thing we could do. Ship Shape says, at the start of your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, put one of your equipment or ongoing cards in play on top of your deck, and then play the top card of your deck. And it's kind of hard to figure out an immediate benefit to this. It's not entirely obvious. In fact, people ask questions about this on the forums. But one benefit is that you can get a figurehead back into Comodora's play area at the start of her turn, so that she can benefit from the +1 and then could still hand it off to someone else like Harpy. At the cost of a discard, of course. You can also double up on chronological sweet spot start of turn destructions, I guess. That's not a good example. Another thing, though, you could do is you can reorder the cards you have in play. This is equipment or ongoing. So you could reorder your equipments or ongoings if you want them in a particular order, especially when there's things that say at the end of your turn, do this and do that and whatnot. So it's not wholly obvious when it's beneficial, but Harpy Hex. When things flip, whenever you flip a token, deal damage. Yes, that's beautiful. When this card enters play, you also deal damage. That's also beautiful. Right, so Living Rock Slide. Oh no, but the regression turret cannot deal damage, so I can't use that. So it's probably safest just to get rid of the Rock Slide then. So let's just focus fire on that. In fact, I can get rid of it, but I could also do that with Unleash Energy. So instead, let's deal damage to a Carapace. Okay. Yeah, and then let's go ahead and do the thing that deals damage to everything, right? Himself and each non-hero target, yes. And I can't actually take out the Carapace. But it doesn't matter, because Buddha is immune to her own damage. We are 1 hour in, and we are 10% of the way through the game. See, the problem is the 5 Oblivion heroes are all very setup heavy. And we've had a number of setbacks. Except we only have one setback, except setback's not even in the game. So, Alien Arcana. Ooh, nice. Terminarch's Casing helps mitigate Lifeline self-damage. And I've been giving this to Thria Let's give this to someone else this time. Luminary only has 5 cards in his hand. It's a Luminary. Consider the price of victory! I like those cards that are callbacks to other cards. And there is the joke. I was waiting for that. Alright, so there's one that says I can move a device from my trash to my hand and then play a card. So I could still utilize Regression Turret, actually, just not the one that's currently in play. But I do like this because we can lower this damage. And they already had a -2 from Thria, but now they have a -2 from Regression Turret. Or no, -1 from Regression Turret, never mind. But now it's -3 to them, or from them, or whatever. Alright. There's a target. So there's the environment, the villain play. And fun fact, that is an ongoing card, so Void Slave prevented its entering play. Nice. There's a Living Rock Slide. It's actually bad. So what's happening here? So Void Slave. So whenever an ongoing card enters play, discard the top card of the environment deck. If the discarded card is a target, put it into play. If not, destroy the ongoing card that just entered play. So this makes it harder for us to keep ongoing cards, unfortunately. Magma's Rage is back, so it's going to deal damage to Akash'Thirya. So I'm not going to bother redirecting that. There's no point. Yeah, Void Slave can be really good, especially I would say in a Vengeance game when there's a lot of potential ongoing plays. But here, it did actually save us immediately, but I'm going to say it's overall detrimental. However, alright, so we do have another Rock Slide, and this one has no damage reduction. So I need to think about how I can deal with it. And then if I actually don't destroy the Creeping Mold right away, I might be able to deal with it. When this card is destroyed, it may destroy one environment card or a target with 3 or fewer HP, and that could be the Rock Slide. So I'm first going to take out this Regression Turret, which is a bit risky, but we can have Barren Blade deal 2 damage to the Rock Slide. And then the Backlash Generator, well, oh, actually, that was not the one I wanted to hit. Dude. Okay, no, so we don't want Entomb to do this then, because the Rock Slide's going to do its own damage anyway. And we want the Backlash Generator to hit the Rock Slide for that to work off. So we're going to hit the Creeping Mold first. Move it to the trash, indeed. Destroy an ongoing card like Entomb. Then, haha, Entomb number 3, which gets destroyed immediately. Okay, cool, fun fact. All right, yeah, 3 is fine. Or against Iron Legacy, whose deck is 50% ongoing cards. Yeah. You're immune. You would add a token. I'm going to ignore that for a second. Regression Turret. Deal damage onto the Rock Slide. And then Backlash Generator deals damage. So the thing is, with all according to plan, Luminary deals damage whenever a device is destroyed. Whenever a device is destroyed. Whenever a device is destroyed. This will work really well against Omnitron. In Omnitron. So... but we're not there. But I can get the Rock Slide down to 3 that way by sacrificing the Backlash Generator. Deal damage. Not on you though. On you. And then take out the Strangling Roots. Move it to the trash. And destroy the Rock Slide. Alright. Alright. We still have to damage Buddha at some point, though. That triple Primeval Eruption was painful. Plus, look at our team. We're kind of hurting. So what's going to happen here? There's lots of things that can happen there. If I play an ongoing, it could get destroyed, so let's ignore that for a second. Scatter seeds. Move any number of primordial seeds from your trash to the environment trash. Let's go ahead and do that. Deal yourself up to 4, draw 4, and discard 4. Yeah, so I'm going to do max damage here. It's a bit risky, but we can get many seeds into the trash this way. Plus, I'll draw lots of cards, so I get more options, but I like the Strangling Roots. Healing Pollens, especially when they enter play, they'll let us heal more. And let's do Creeping Mold. And we'll definitely put all of those in the trash. And we'll shuffle 1 card. So let's put a Healing Pollen so we can start trying to heal. And the top card is a Buddha card, and it's Healing Pollen. Oh my god! Cool. Discard. It is not a seed. So I could discard to get the figurehead into Comodora's play area. So in order to do that, I have to discard, but I will draw, and then I can move a figurehead. It doesn't, I mean, it sort of doesn't matter, but if I do play one that says another here, I'm going to use a power, then it kind of does matter. Let's take the one that's in Harpy's play area, because I think we're going to have, if anyone uses a power, it would be Luminary. So then, discard for this. I don't think I'm going to really utilize Chronological Sweet Spot too much. I mean, I can, but I don't think so. Ship Shape is already in play. Harnessed Anomaly could be good. Damage! Take time can destroy an environment card. We do need to destroy Elemental Awakening because it's gonna things. I mean, it could put seeds into play. Wink, wink. I probably want that, or do I? I don't know. Oh, ditch Timeless Treasure. It's an equipment. Draw cards. Oh, I already played a card. Right, I already played a card, so I lost that extra bonus from Concord and Helm. Okay. Oh well. Play. And yeah, I think we need to destroy the environment. Let's take time. Destroy the environment card. Not destroy the environment. We need to destroy the environment. We're Oblivion. No, we're not. Alright. Thria, do you have a thing? Let's put the tree on top of Thria's deck because we had it in play for like half a round. Ooh, the bottom card of my deck. I don't know what the bottom card of my deck is. I do have equipment in my trash. Well, let's move the bottom card of my deck. I have no idea what it was. It's in my deck now. Start damaging Akash'Bhuta. Alright, we're gonna hit you, and then this is the one that's in front of Luminary, so we're not gonna do that. This is the one that's in front of Comodora. We didn't actually use this that much. Oh well. Don't destroy the environment. Recycle. Yes. Yeah, so I do not want to do this because that's going to hurt. And that's going to discard a lot of cards, but that's actually good because I can deal 1 target 1 projectile damage increased by 1. But let's get huge and immune in. I should think they're in my deck. Should have checked though. Harpy deals each non-hero target 1 projectile. Look at this! Hit Carapace. And we have damaged Akash'Bhuta for the first time in like half an hour. We've had too many things to deal with. And not enough damage. Alright. Let's just keep piling damage on Buddha. Because, I mean, you have to deal 200 points of damage to Akash'Bhuta to win the game. And this could deal 2 damage itself. I could also flip a token, which Harpy would deal 1 damage, and this either of those get increased by 1, but I think controlling the tokens is better. Having more arcanes seems better. Let's flip a bird. Okay, ongoings could be destroyed, but not equipments. Reduce damage dealt to Lifeline by 1. At the end of your turn, Lifeline either regains 1 HP or deals 1 target 1 lightning damage. So, Lifeline is now going to be more tanky. I give that to Luminary because Luminary wants cards. Okay. Buddha. Let's heal up. The Arboreal Phalanges we should deal with at some point. Lots of devices here. Russian turret, thankfully, can deal damage. You get the flip part, but fingers look more like worms. This is auto damage, which is nice. HP recovery, which is nice. Oh, I can actually use this card. This card deals 1 target X irreducible energy damage, where X is the number of cards in your trash. Then shuffle your trash into your deck and destroy this card. Or we could use Disposable Defender to get the Terralunar Translocator back. And then we could destroy lots of limbs next turn. Yes. We'll do that. And I can also play a device too. So let's do Repair Nanites. And then we can put the Terralunar Translocator into play. Alright. And it's not... This is my power phase. Whenever a device is destroyed... Oh, they're discarded. Yeah, it'll deal damage because I don't think we're going to be able to get extra boosts. And all of those limbs are then going to get destroyed. Brilliant inventor. I still do not see why we are not pulling the moon into it. It would have worked. I like that card. Okay. Devices are at max HP, so we'll heal Luminary. Elemental Awakening is back. And I will keep that in play for now because at the very least Ensnaring Brambles will target it. Oh no, that's an environment target. So Akash'Bhuta plays a card, which is Mountainous Carapace. Stop playing the Carapaces! That's slowing us down. Ivan Ramanat says board wipe. Yes. And cool. Why did that happen again? Oh, right, Void Slave. Shuffle the environment trash into the environment deck. Discard a top card. It was a target, by the way. It was a seed. I think. But now it's asking whether I want to move it to the trash. I'm so confused. So confused right now. Here, let's play a card again. Allies of the Earth, so Void Slave Shuffles. Moves. Vitalized thorns. Wait, I'm so confused right now. If the discarded card is a target put into play. What's happening right now? So confused. Because it wasn't destroyed. Here, let's do this in slow-mo. Alright, message display times, longs, animation speed, slow. Alright, let's do this in slow-mo, and let's count the steps here. Alright, Allies of the Earth enters play. It's an ongoing card. Nexus of the Void shuffles their trash because Void Slave is saying, I'm going to discard the top card of the environment deck. There's the shuffle. Akash'Bhuta flipped because the shuffle happened. Void Slave moved Vitalized Thorns from the environment deck to the environment trash. But Void Slave says it's a target, so it's going to enter play. And now one with the land is asking me, do I want to move it to the environment trash? What happens if I say yes? Well, it gets destroyed. Oh. Because it's saying if this card was not played from the environment deck, destroy it? But it was... Oh! Okay, I understand now. Okay. It was put into play. It was not played from the environment deck. It was put into play from the environment trash. Okay. That was confusing to parse, but we got it. Okay. Sorry, guys. So I think I did say yes, right? So it's going to do the thing I wanted it to do anyway. When this card is destroyed, it first deals 1 target 3 projectile damage. So even though Baron Blade's going to destroy all the things... Actually, no. We'll just hit Akash'Bhuta. Baron Blade's going to destroy all the things, but... I guess he's not going to destroy all the things. He's only going to destroy 8 things. Actually, it's a power, right? So we can do this after he discards things. Which could be Brilliant Inventor, probably. Or also consider the price of defeats. So, alright. Luminary. Knowing is half the battle, G.I. Lude. Okay. Ongoings could get destroyed. Actually, no. If we play an ongoing card, then we get a seed. Do I want to do that, though? Get a free seed? Yes. Primeval Germination is good. And then I could cultivate the Vitalized Thorns. Oops, no, I did not want to do that because that flips Buddha. Although I guess I do want to flip Buddha because I want to probably destroy the... Yeah, okay, we'll flip Buddha, yeah. Shuffle all cards because flipping Buddha is a bit beneficial because now I can destroy the environment cards without effect. When this card is played from the environment deck, you may discard any number of cards, draw any number of cards. All right, let's put seeds away because those are better in my trash. And I don't want to discard any others. Akash'Thirya! Oh my gosh! It's almost like I put it there. Discard. Alright, let's not do this one. It didn't work as well the first time. Plus, I don't have enough instances of damage. Get rid of Away Anchor. Draw a card. Cannon Portal number 2. I think we want to get Rudder in the time stream so we can start manipulating Akash'Bhuta's bottom of deck, because I think we have enough cards that we could try to set this up. I mean, Entomb's not necessarily a good card, especially if the environment randomly plays it, but it's at least better than her destroying a bunch of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't know what else to do. I'll get rid of combat training, I guess. Rig teleporter. I honestly don't know what to discard. I need to start getting Comodora cards because there's a lot of discards happening. I accidentally hit use of power, but that's okay because it's... Or no, I didn't. Right. Okay, no, I don't want to use a power. Let's draw a card. And then I will play a card because I actually want to use that power on Rudder in the time stream. So it says move a card from your trash to the bottom of that card's deck. So we'll select Akash'Thirya and we'll put Entomb on the bottom. And I could also do this on Nexus of the Void, but I don't only really want to do that if that's a seed. So that's not what I want to do necessarily. I could if there's no other choice. Don't want to touch Luminary's trash. I don't know if there's really any particular card that I don't want to have in a trash. I could actually no, I could set up Comodora's bottom because Way Anchor says reveal the bottom card of your deck if it has the same name as a limited card, discard it, otherwise put it to play. If an equipment card enters play, repeat the text. So I could just put equipments on the bottom and then have a bajillion equipments. So we're gonna do that actually. In order for that to work, though, I can't move the bottom card of my deck to my hand because that destroys the plan. So I guess I have to move an equipment. But Concordant Helm is already in place, so I don't really want that to move to the bottom anyway. And we'll hit Comodora. Or, sorry, Akash'Bhuta. And then I'm going to leave these where they are because they're in good places. Cool. So Baron Blade's gonna destroy stuff. I guess, well, we could destroy some stuff because he's only going to be able to destroy at least 8. And there's currently 11 cards that I would like to get rid of. Arcane Explosion will be a bit dangerous though because it hits us. Let's do Direct Strike because reasons. And let's actually hit the Carapace. I wasn't going to hit the Carapace, and then I decided later that I will hit the Carapace, so it's a bit inefficient. Now I have to discard 3 cards, and each time I discard a card, I deal damage. So, 1. Oh, and Huge and Immune are increasing it! Oh my gosh! Huge and Immune! And now, man, does Lifeline have a damage thing? It's too much damage. All right, that's enough. That's all right. So, yeah, to mitigate the amount of damage or amount of cards that Luminary has to destroy, I should target this one to something else. I don't know, that one. And I'm just gonna hit a Phalanges. And then I might as well do this, because damage. So 1, 2, 3. So after these 2 get destroyed by Luminary, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. Yeah, so let's hit 1 more, and then I don't have to worry about discarding anymore with Luminary. And then I'm gonna flip a bird. All right, that was what? Not that one. Unleash Energy. And then hit Mountainous Carapace, and that's the only one that matters. Do I want to play or draw? You know, Vitality Battery would have been fun. Ongoings could still be destroyed. Arrow I don't need to do. Alright, Vitality Battery. And then I'm gonna give Comodora cards. I'm like, oh my gosh, Comodora needs cards, but she's at like 12 cards. Oh man, why do I feel like I have no cards for her? Why do I feel that way? Okay. I think after this, we will have control. And I can then actually, yeah, I can do this, deal damage, draw a card, and then, ooh, triple cross, hello. And then I could destroy the world. Cool. Does order matter? I don't know. Just put the cards in Omni Cannon. All right. Oh, and a device was destroyed. So, but now look, we can focus fire on Akash'Bhuta, and furthermore, I could reduce damage dealt by Akash'Bhuta by 1, in case there's a random ass entomb. Do devices need to regain HP? No. Reduce all damage dealt by 1. Cool. This is gonna slow down the game even more. It's only been an hour and a half. Why did I decide to do Challenge Akash'Bhuta? I did it because I wanted a long game. Remember, I chose this game. This is not viewer's choice. This is Lou's choice. Arboreal Phalanges. Oh no, Strangling Roots got discarded. Oh well. Oh, but Eternal Timber reducing damage dealt by 1. That Akash'Thirya loves that. Okay, Akash'Thirya is out, and now I'm happy. Shuffle a card, right? Shuffle 1 card from the owner trash. Because we lost our Ensnaring Roots. Discard, and now there's a seed on top. Cool. Play the top card. It is a Strangling Roots. Reduce damage dealt by these targets by 2. So with... Oh, and, well, oh, it's not going to work, but we'll reduce damage dealt by Akash'Thirya by 1 or 2. It's not going to work, though, but there. And then heal Akash'Thirya and heal Lifeline, I guess. Alright, don't do this. I don't need to do that. Discards. I'll put equipments there. I'm going to be utilizing rudder in the time stream a lot, so I guess I want to get the other rudder into my hand, so I'm going to do that because then I could use 2 powers. If I have the card that does that, I probably don't anymore. It's probably in my trash, fun fact. The card I was thinking of. Oh, you know, I discarded that card. Never mind. Oh, man, I am bad at life. Okay. So, Temporal Regain. At the end of your turn, a hero may use a power. If none do, you may draw a card. I can use Rudder in the time stream twice, provided that I have 2 copies of it in play. So, I don't want to discard Temporal Regain. Maria Elena's Plot. I may look at the bottom card of my deck at any time. I'm going to discard that. Just select a card to put... Oh, no, shoot. No, I did that wrong. I'm going to skip that, and then I'm going to discard. Okay, discard Concord and Helm, whatever. And then discard Brianna Zelena's Plot. Not Harnessed Anomaly, I don't think. I'm just going to put that in the trash. Draw cards. Combat Training and Flintlock and Cutlass. So what does... Oh, right. Combat Training was a damage prevention play. We'll put out Temporal Rigging. All right. Because I could use that even if I don't have the power. Then do this. Buddha will move another useless ongoing card. Allies of the Earth sounds fine. Comodora, move an equipment to your bottom. Future Tech deck guns sounds good. And then move an equipment for my trash. So I want the rudder and the time stream to combo things. I'm not worried about arboreal phalanges. I want to focus fire on Akash'Bhuta. Skip, skip. At the end of your turn, a hero may use a power. If none do, you may draw a card. But I want to do this somewhere. Not sure where just yet. Regression turret would at least deal damage. And I could also hit the arboreal phalanges. The effect will expire immediately, but that's okay. I could also hit Akash'Thirya with this, but it's increased by a lot, so I probably don't want to do that. But it would lower the self-damage dealt by Akash'Thirya, which might be worth it. Actually, if I do that, that plus Eternal Timber would mean all heroes can use powers, and Akash'Thirya would not hit itself. But not during this turn, because the effect would expire too fast. And yeah, not more. Not more. Okay. Blocks care now? Sure. So we have 3 arcanes. So reduce damage dealt to the Harpy by non-hero targets by 1. And then I can deal damage to Buddha. I wanted to try to take advantage of damage instances with the figurehead. And let's keep the arcanes high. We are 25% of the way there. Repair ley line. Each hero target regains 1 HP. Each player may draw a card, play the top card of the environment deck. So this would be nice when we know the top card of the environment deck is a seed. So I'm going to save that. Infernal Detonator. At the end of your turn, put up to 5 cards from your hand on this card. When this card is destroyed, destroy all cards under this. Deal irreducible damage. Guys would like to put cards underneath this card. Is this a better... It's not actually better. It's worse. It's basically Omni Cannon, except it doesn't do twice as much damage, right? Or does Omni Cannon deal damage equal to? I can't remember now. I don't remember. Ooh, good. Yeah, let's put 2 Alien Arcanas. Because the first time an ongoing card enters play, I draw 2 cards! And then Comodora. Reduced to 0? Oh no. It does less damage, but it still does damage even if it gets blown up. Correct. That is a fair point. Okay. Triple cross? No. There is a Terra Lunar Translocator in my trash. That's damage, which is nice. I like things that deal damage because there's lots of boosts on devices right now. So I'm going to do that and then regression turret. And I think I am going to hit Akash'Thirya with this. And devices are at max HP. I'm not going to hit the phalanges, but we will hit Buddha. I'm not going to destroy a device. Oh no! Eternal Timber! No! Play the top card. Yes. Healing Pollen. Cool. Thirya. So there is no longer a -1, and each target is being dealt 1. But we do have one with the land. Correct. Doesn't matter if we're hit. It's only one. I guess it's bad if like a actually, are they, is there any, there is a rock slide. Okay. Not gonna heal the tree. Oh, right. I could have healed the tree. That's actually a fair thing. Why did I not think of that? Because it's not showing. Oh, because it thinks it's at max. Because it is at max. Okay. That's why it didn't show up. Okay. I could stop the damage that's going to Akash'Thirya. Yeah, let's throw that to a healing pollen. Yeah, it's at max. Its max HP is 3, but it can heal beyond its max. But show all targets hides the targets that are at max HP, even if it can regain beyond max, which is going to make some people frustrated. But that's okay, because it makes sense. I mean, Lifeline's not going to take damage. Is this supposed to trigger, or is this... Oh, because it's not a non-hero target. Right. I think I don't care about the rest. So I'm going to say... skip for this turn. Because like seeds getting destroyed is fine. Devices getting destroyed is fine. I could redirect the seeds to destroy them, but I'd rather them just accidentally getting destroyed or something. Yeah, Spike can regain beyond its max. Alright, destroy 5 hero ongoings. Okay. Well, Alien Arcana is fun, but I don't really need it. All According to Plan is beautiful. Ship Shape I don't 100% need. I'm essentially using it to draw additional cards. I could utilize its effect to put cards on top of my deck, but I've been ignoring that. So I'm just gonna destroy Ship Shape, and then we'll all be Ship Shape. I want to keep the 3-up cards because the 3-up cards are beautiful. I haven't really been utilizing Swift Summoning because I've been preferring the damage dealing. Harpy Hex deals damage. I like Primeval Germination. Flux Care is just a damage reduction effect, so I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. Increase all HP recovered by 1. Oh my gosh! At the end of the environment turn, select the 3 targets with the lowest HP. Increase damage dealt by those targets by 2 until the start of the environment turn. Oh boy, now I kind of want to have this target a device. Play. Vitalized Thorns. It was played from the environment deck. Cool. Okay. So, Akash'Thirya is going to deal itself 1 damage because we lost one of the damage reductions, but we can still use 5 powers. Oh my god. So, Luminary, Regression Turrets. Oh, and you know what? I can actually, never mind. Oh, it's still gonna be dealt 3 damage, but I can lower damage by 1. Yay! All right, now powers are free. Beautiful. But we'll do card draws, I guess. Destroy an environment card. Good. And then Harpy. That's your only power now. Comodora, you could move more cards. Buddha. Move another Entomb. Comodora, move another equipment that's not limited. So Comodora is actually down to 6 cards. And I've moved 3 equipments to the bottom, so I have to be careful that I don't really draw too many cards. Which actually is going to happen on her turn. So I'm just going to have her play that card on her turn. The card that I've been setting up for. Alright, we can have you do something here. And cultivation. There's a lot of seeds in the trash. No, there's only 2? What? Oh, because most are in play right now. There's 2 seeds. There's 1 seed there. So let's actually start by, well, I guess it doesn't really 100% matter. Move a seed from my trash. I don't know what seed it was, but it's in the trash now. Yeah. The environment trash, that is. Increase damage dealt by primordial seeds by 1, plus a damage dealer. That could do a lot of damage if there's a lot of seeds in play, which there currently is. Rather, it's spread damage, not focus damage, though. I have 1 seed in my hand, and there's 4 seeds in my deck still. But I could just put them into play through instantaneous maturation, I suppose. Do I want to stop Buddha from playing cards for a moment? Yeah, let's stop Buddha from playing cards for a moment. Because I'm going to shuffle all the cards from the environment trash. For no real good reason, just because I'm going to flip her now so I can flip her next turn. Ah, that +3 is satisfying. 3, I guess. And then I don't really care about non-heroes, I think. So I'll heal Lifeline. Because Lifeline being at close to max seems funny. Alright, not... Oh no, this is not the thing it was before. Okay. Okay. Equipment. Something. I don't really know. I have so many flintlocks and cutlasses. I should, like, use them. Holy moly. Combat training, I guess. Alright. So I'm going to play the card that plays the bottom card of my deck, and if it's an equipment card, repeat the text of this card or something. Yes, repeat the text of this card. By the way, that's an equipment, and that's an equipment, and that's an equipment, and that's limited and can't be put into play. Oh, well. We got lots of cards now. 2 temporal riggings and a brig teleporter. And I could move a Buddha card, another Entomb, and I could move a Comodora card, and she'll actually draw this card. Although we already passed her draw phase because we started with it. But yeah, actually that's fine because we'll just take something like ship shape because we destroyed it. Oh my god, I drew it. Oh yeah, actually yeah, I drew it because yeah, right, okay. Bottom card of my deck. By the way, there is no card in my deck, so I have to do this part. And let's take a, oh, I don't know, a cannon portal. Skip to my loo, skip to my loo. There's no cards there, right? So I don't want to do cultivation, but I could. Do I have seeds in my hand? Yeah, I could have 3. Move a seed from the trash, or from the deck, or I did it automatically. Cool. And hey, then I could shuffle that card. I should have shuffled the deck to reflip Buddha, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Discard, damage. Oh, I could have hit Arboreal Phalanges and stopped it from dealing damage. I'm gonna do that. Nope, never mind, can't do that. Because I think whenever Comodora does things out of turn, the game stops letting you rewind. It's like, all right, we're past Comodora's face. Let's just not go back there. All right. I'm sure that's not 100% intended, but I'm going to just assume that John was like, I do not want to have to deal with this. I'm just not going to let people do this. All right. I could flip a thing, yes. Because then I do damage. I'm not going to destroy one of my cards, though. Oh, but you know, I don't have another power, so never mind. I should do this when I have another power, because it makes more sense. So instead, that's not a good one. Oh, that's a good one, because I do damage each time I flip, right. I will now have to discard 3 cards, but that's fine because whenever I discard, I deal 3 projectile damage. Yes. Okay, so I think we're past the point where we want Arcane Explosion because we kind of been controlling Buddha's bottom of deck to the extent that now she's not going to play targets for a long time. Okay, Tenuous Focus. Is that what I just played? No, I didn't. I want to keep Eldritch Training. I don't need this one as much. Direct Strike. That's the one I played. Yeah, let's keep that. Actually, now I have to discard something nice. Flip a bird or flip a control. This flips controls already. But I want to keep the one that flips birds. Cool. Then damage. Harpy is probably my MVP right now. Okay. Top card is not a seed. My deck has 1 equipment card. What equipment card is that? Because I'll get it. Orphic Repository. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was the card that took ages. Cosmic Immolation, I think. Yeah, we're going to do that for funsies. Okay. Let's give this to Harpy. Harpy's actually lower on cards now. HP recovery is increased, but also I can deal more damage, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Each hero target regains 1. Hey, you know, that's increased by 1. Yes. Oh no, Comodora's deck is trashed. Stop setting yourself on fire with ley lines. Okay, so Flora regained another 2. So I can't so I can keep regressing turreting Akash'Thirya. So the 3 lowest targets, those are all seeds. I guess we could destroy them or something. All right. Yeah, so we could still, yeah, so Flora is going to lose 6 HP a turn, but it's regaining enough, I guess. Yeah, Luminary. We're gonna win someday. We're getting there. We're almost halfway done. It's almost 10. We're almost halfway done. Whose idea was this again? It was mine. Whose idea was it? Narrator, it was his. Alright, there is a target. So actually, if that had entered play while Buddha was on her front side, Buddha would have played a card, but Thria would have forced the environment to play a card or something. Alright, the 3 targets, the lowest increased damage dealt by those targets by 2. So anything that says when this card is destroyed, it first deals damage is ideal. So Noxious Pod. And Vitalized Thorns. Oblivion would have been shorter. Oh boy. Alright, we are now going to destroy Noxious Pod and Vitalized Thorns. Yes. Yes, indeed. Glass Peaks. Alright, there goes the biome. That's not a seed. Holy smokes. Oh, right, because Cosmic... Okay, yeah. Glass Peaks. Whenever a non-environment target enters play... Oh, right, because... Oh, right. Okay, never mind. Whenever a non-environment target enters play, deal it 1 melee. At the end of the environment turn, deal the non-environment target with the lowest 1 melee. Alright, we're not going to hit the phalanges. Phalanges are now the lowest. Alright, Luminary. Regression turrets first. Alright, so... We're just going to have the Glass Peaks take out the Arboreal Phalanges. I did not want to do that. Actually, no, that's fine, because... Right, okay, no, that's fine. I was going to do that. It wasn't my original plan. But in some sense, it was all according to plan. Deal 1 target, 3 fire and 3 energy, and destroy this card. And it's increased by 2. I'm going to do that, actually. Because 10 damage. Then Harpy. Who really would like to have another power, but I don't think she really has damage dealing powers other than her base. Comodora. You're gonna do redder. So are there limbs we don't really care about? I think we don't really care about ensnaring brambles. Because it's only really targeting seeds. And most of them don't do damage directly. And Comodora's trash is empty now, so I can't target Comodora. There's no seeds in the environment trash. Who wants a thing? Akash'Thirya is going to take Verdant Explosion, I guess. And no seeds and no seeds. Shuffle either one or all. Let's do the draw card, I guess, even though there's no seeds in my deck. Or hand, but there is a seed now. Okay, cool. Hey, Thrashing Brambles. Yeah, we're going to destroy my seeds and then they're going to do things. And this is... This could hit many things. There's not many things to hit, though. Let's shuffle, I guess. Shuffle one. Or no, shuffle all. That's what I wanted to do. I think I wanted to do that. I'm not sure. Shuffle all. Play. I'm so confused. When this card is played, it first deals up to 3 targets 2, but then Glass Peaks went off, and now... and then I can redirect that. Yeah, I want to redirect that to Noxious Pod because you're going to do lots of damage, right? But I'm not talking the phalanges, yes. Discard. The +3 is gone. Womp womp. Harpy. All right, we're more than halfway done. That's the good news. Equipment. By the way, I have a lot of these cards now, so I'm going to be discarding a lot of cards. Actually, Chronological Sweet Spot is now going to be nice because I can start destroying all of these equipments I have in play. Okay, I'm going to do that then. And this happens at the end of my turn, so that's great. So I'm going to discard Flintlock from Cutlass. Unharnessed Anomaly. Yeah, we'll ditch one of those, I guess. Maria Lena's spot. Yeah, I still haven't really felt like it. Draw cards. Ship Shape. Right. I think, no, that wasn't the one I put there. Never mind. So I shuffled it. All right, Chronological Sweet Spot. Beautiful. Now, control her deck. Control Buddha. Put Brambles. Control Comodora. Put an equipment on the bottom. Move an equipment from my trash. Damage. Skip. You have a seed now in your hand, right? Yes. Buddha or Thria will move a seed from her hand. Then Thria will shuffle one card, her seed, into the environment deck. Woo! All right. I could stop Magma's Rage from dealing damage. Yeah, it's only 1 damage, so I'll sacrifice that damage. Let's see what happens. Not a one-shot, a one-shot. I may destroy an ongoing card, an environment card, or a target with 1 HP. Well, Glass Peaks was going to deal the damage, but yeah, I'll destroy it because it's going to hit any devices or seeds that enter play. There's a one-shot. Oh, and it's going to destroy all the other targets for me. Nice. Wait, Cosmic Immolation? Oh, that increased damage dealt by Lifeline. Okay, so that increases his damage to himself because it increases damage dealt by him. Okay. Fair point. I may either draw a card or play a card. Let's play a card. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's get ongoings in play then. Because we want to increase the power of that damage. And that is a one-shot. We all draw cards. I could use a power right now. Hello. Yes, I will use a power because my power lets me draw a card. But I can also let someone else draw a card. 3, take a card. So whose turn is it? Oh boy. So how are you guys doing? We're in hour 2 of the game and hour 3 of Dolphin's Die. Remember that 2 hours ago we got the achievement for getting to the boss without missing any challenge boxes. Applied Numerology, that's a card. The first time each hero target we dealt damage by a hero target each turn, and we reduce that damage by 1, so Lifeline loves this. Whenever you use a power in the Harpy's play area, you may increase by 1 or reduce by 1 of the numerals in the text of that power, such as I can deal 1 target 3 infernal damage. I may deal 2 targets 2 infernal damage. I may deal 0 targets 2 infernal damage. I may deal 1 target 1 infernal damage. The choice that makes sense, 2 infernal, increase by 1. You think defeating Oblivion would take less time than this? We just went over this. Who was the person? Someone said it. Someone said it. Probably you. Alright, flip a bird. I do not want to destroy this. Wait, hold on. Oh, because it says if you do not, you may draw a card. Right, okay. Do I have a power that I could use? Power to destroy this card. Yeah, great, fantastic. Right, environment card, discard a card. Oh, right, yeah, I do want to play that, don't I? So I'm going to use a power to do my base power. Sparky said it. Oh yeah, I feel Oblivion will be shorter. I think defeating Oblivion would take less time than this. Yes, indeed. Okay, now we are going to put out the Cryptic Alignments. And I will discard a card to deal lots of damage. Yeah, I'm going to discard Calculated Action and I'll deal 5 damage. Lifeline is going to be an MVP as well. All these heroes are MVPs now. Harpy was the MVP for the longest time, but now everyone's a VP. Okay, now what? Device that deals damage by itself is beautiful. I was gonna destroy one of the things, wasn't I? Is that effect still active? Yes. Okay, Arboreal Phalanges and Noxious Pod. This is going to be a little inefficient, but hey, I gotta do this. No. Yes. Yes. And actually, I did this in the right order, right? And it's this one? No. This one? No. This one? I think yes. No. Yes. Yes. All right, that's good. Anything else to hit here that would make sense? If I hit Healing Pollen, we can heal Akash'Thirya. Which is important because in order for Regression Turret to hit Akash'Thirya twice, it needs to actually be at 7 HP. Then damage. And then Flora. Oh, I can reduce it. Oh, right. And actually, no, I do need to do this once. And actually, it's only the first time, right? The first time each hero target is dealt damage. So yeah, I do have to hit it. But good. Regression Turret can reduce this by a lot. All right, good. Luminary regains 1. And then yes. But no. But yes. But no. All right, 75% of the way there. Strangling Roots, reduce damage dealt by Akash'Bhuta and Akash'Thirya, but it will expire before things would happen. Living Rock Slide, okay. There it is. It was coming eventually. But I think we are now like super well set up. We might be able to get away with this. But the problem is we do not have the card that worked really well with this. The device that the backlash generator, which was really partly key to that. So what things do we have? Yeah, none of these devices will get destroyed unless we destroy a seed that damages a device or something. So what seeds do we have that could still do that? Either destroy an ongoing or equipment environment card or discard a card. Destroy an environment card or a target with 3 or fewer. Regain HP. Destroy an ongoing or environment card or destroy a card. Yeah, so that's not actually going to do any of those things. Although we could use... Okay, no, we could use Strangling Roots to destroy a device. So we'll hit Repair Nanites. Then I'll hit Strangling Roots. And then I can destroy Repair Nanites. Make... Oh, now I'm tempted to just do this on Akash'Bhuta, actually. No, let's play safe. Hit the rock slide. And that's actually it, actually, because I can't do any more than that. Okay, so actually, no, I am just going to let the damage go through because I can't really mitigate it too well. I think. I want to destroy an ongoing or environment cards. I don't think we have ones that react, right? So. Oh my gosh, what seed or what cards am I gonna discard? Oh yeah, I have a seed. I should discard that. And actually, the order would matter. So yeah, let's again rewind. Because I want to hit the devices so they heal, and actually I also want to hit Hugin and Munin. Flora doesn't matter. And in fact, this... no, I can't... I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, those are seeds. Lifeline will take damage, but that's... I don't want to destroy his ongoing. So we'll just discard a lot of cards. That's fine. Oh boy. Do I want to destroy a device now? Nah. Okay. So now, actually no, I could still, okay, I could still do regression turret. Flora will be down to 1, but it will live. All right, now it's going to take 0 damage. Perfect. Okay, then Lifeline is all like, I'm going to use Cryptic Alignment. And I'm going to discard a card. You don't have any more. No, you do still have the one. But you don't need... Yeah, okay, cool. And then damage... And then Harpy wants another power maybe someday. Increase... I'm not going to... Yeah. We'll just keep focusing fire on Akash'Thirya. Comodora. That's only 1 damage. But yeah, like... Alright, so we've kind of... Like, the game's going to end probably before we even get to a Buddha card where it wouldn't matter, so I don't need to stack her deck anymore. Heal herself and up to X targets 2/2. You have seeds in hand. Seeds in the environment trash. So that's okay. Yes. I guess. I don't know. Put all the seeds in the deck. Okay. 3 has almost drawn her deck, so that's cool. Play that. Cool. You may discard a number of cards, draw as many cards. Okay, so discard seeds. That's all you really need to do. I may shuffle a seed from the environment trash into the environment deck. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Yes, Vitalized Thorns. That would actually be nice. And then Buddha, or Thria rather. Lifeline has taken some damage now. Discard. Okay. Discard. 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 Yeah, we're running out of discards here. Oh man, so many cards. Oh boy. I'll discard that one. How many cards do I have? Alright, now I get to destroy one of these cards. Great. Alright, Brig Teleporter can go. Draw cards. Play a card. Ship shape. There we go. My ship shape is back. And I'm going to deal damage. Right, rudder in the time stream, I would manipulate my deck, whatever. Just move cards around, whatever. Is this game over yet? Lifeline is good damage. Don't discard ongoings though. Wait, was that the card I discarded? Was that the one that says I could... Or no, it wasn't. Okay, I want to play the card that says I can play lots of cards. The entire game has been move cards around. Alright, Lifeline already used the power this turn. The Luminary, it's your turn. I'm not going to hit anything else. Alright, choose for me. Not a one-shot. Lots of not one-shots. Destroy up to 3 ongoings. Deal 1 target. X infernal damage, where X equals the number of cards destroyed this turn. Oh boy! Oh boy, because we already destroyed a card with Chronological Sweet Spot. So does this say it here? 1 card has been destroyed this turn. I'm gonna start destroying cards. We're gonna try to win the game this round. We're gonna try. Because we'll be all according to plan. 7 damage. Nice. Yeah, I basically blew up some of those. Destroy up to 3 non-character card devices and or ongoing cards. You may draw a card for each card destroyed this way. Ooh, if I destroy devices, I deal damage, right? Yeah, right? Yeah, yeah. All right. And then a device. And then a device. We'll keep regression turret because that was my best damage dealer on Luminary's end. Cool. Hello, VBB. Welcome to hour 3 at minute 18 of Dolphin's time. All right, how do we do this to maximum effect? Tenuous focus, Eldritch training, direct strike. Because all these +1s add up. And now I'm going to discard 3 cards. This is boosted by 1. It's boosted by 1 because huge and immune, and I have 3 or more birds in play. So a direct strike is actually really nice because it makes it so huge and immune and increase the projectile damage by 1. So this is nice. All right, there we go. Woo! See, it took us a while to get this team set up, but once we got set up, we steamrolled Akash'Bhuta. So yes, that was a long game. It was long by kind of intention. It doesn't say on this screen. I think it's because it's a bug that's been well known at this point, but it was challenge Akash'Bhuta. That's why it was long. Buddha could not hit herself. The environment could not hit Akash'Bhuta. But, you know, we slowly but surely got this team set up, and they effectively dealt with Akash'Bhuta. And that is the Oblivion heroes that were released this Tuesday into the wild, all public. That is right. If you did not know, Oblivion, the expansion, is now publicly available on digital, and that is the last main Sentinels of the Multiverse expansion. Was I fighting the new 5's villain versions? No, not all of them. I just started. Like, I picked Akash'Bhuta, and it took me 2 hours and 20 minutes to actually beat Akash'Bhuta, but it was a fun game nonetheless. Maybe we could certainly try that in the coming days to fight each respective Oblivion heroes villain variant. So maybe next week we could fight Capitan with Comodora lead, and then Matriarch with Harpy lead, Deadline with Lifeline lead, and Baron Blade and Mad Bomber Blade with Luminary lead. That could certainly be the project in the coming days, so we can see, or coming weeks, so we can see the thingamabobbers there. So I probably should make some announcement of some sort about a 1-deck dungeon thing. I forgot about this, but apparently, and I think I can find it more easily if I go to Handelabra announcements. 1-Deck Dungeon is nominated for Board Game Geek's Best Board Game App Award. But we need your help, dungeon crawlers. Cast your vote before April 1st over here. And I assume that link works. Yes. So if you click on that link, the nominees for the 2018 Golden Geek Awards have been chosen by you. The voting is now open. The candidates, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? Underneath. It's underneath Best Board Game App. There are 10 candidates. 1-Deck Dungeon is one of them. Please vote for 1-Deck Dungeon. It is a great game, as evidenced by how I picked it up several months ago. I still play it on stream. I love it. I'm trying to get all the achievements, and it's great fun. So be sure to do that to support Handelabra and 1-Deck Dungeon. I know some people are like, why didn't I play Oblivion today, you know, in celebration of Oblivion's release, especially since an Oblivion game would have been shorter than a Challenge Akash'Bhuta game. Well, stay tuned. I will make an announcement next week, I think, as to the regular Oblivion game, because I will be having a recurring Oblivion game, but I'll make that announcement next week. But yeah, that is Sentinels of the Multiverse. You saw 1-Deck Dungeon earlier. If you enjoyed watching either of these games, but you're not 100% sure, like, if you want to play it, you should play it. You should actually get the games. These are great games. And the base game, I think, was on sale or is on sale or could have been on sale or will be on sale. I think it was just put on sale because of Oblivion's release or something, but don't quote me on that. Get the base game. Base game's actually pretty cheap digitally. The expansions certainly do add up, but that's because there's a lot of decks. If you haven't played 1-Deck Dungeon yet, you should. It is fun, and that game's also available on Steam and iOS and Android devices. You can also get it physically, and it's a very, very nice and cute small board game, because after all, its title, 1-Deck Dungeon, is true. It is a 1-deck dungeon, so it's very, very compact and cute. If you want to see more of my streams, I am available Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern time, that is, and do note that because daylight savings time has started in the US, it will be 1 hour earlier, especially if you're in a country that has not started daylight savings. So until other daylight savings have started, you will have to take account of the time change. If you want to see the other streams we have On Deck every Monday, except there is a message here that I got from Pirate Savvy that says next week's On Deck will be on Wednesday instead of Monday. So next week, if you want to see On Deck, tune in on Wednesday evening. Handelabra Live is Tuesday with John and sometimes Jeremy. Dolphin's Live every Friday at 7. And Tales from the Archives every Sunday at 7 with another letdown. So I believe that's it for this stream. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. I loved this Nexus of the Void music so much that I'm going to put it on as the farewell music. But until next week, ooh, Oblivion scenario, cool. Until next week, you can enjoy yourself.